Let's do this. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Xbox Nation. It is Wednesday night. A little bit of a skeleton crew right now, but that crew is expected to grow because, as I always say, I'm a grower, not a shower. And those are the facts. Hashtag facts. Yes. So, hey, you know what? If you can start people off with a laugh, that's always a good thing.
That's right.
Welcome you guys to the show. Lady Foxfire will be joining us momentarily. She's a little bit running behind, but I do got a couple of epic people in here right now. Let me get started.
Oh, yeah.
With, Captain Stu Nuts himself.
Yes, Captain Stu Nuts is here for the 15 minutes of Modern Warfare 2 you played today, folks.
I played 5 hours of Modern Warfare 2 today.
I'd like to clarify this because Crap apparently doesn't get the joke, but if you played it for a day or two, but you've been talking about it for 15 years, it's still 15 minutes. That's the 15 minutes of fame. By the way, I'd like to say what's up and thank you to all the celebrity YouTubers' thumbs that we saw yesterday on Twitter. That was great, too. Like everybody holding their cartridge. You know what I mean? The cartridge that the CD came in. There it is.
They're hand models. There it is.
Yes, everybody's a hand model. Everybody's a Costanza.
You know what's funny, Mooch, is here's the funny part. I have the game.
I have mine, too. I was going to send my thumb out there, but I was like, you know what? I just don't feel like it.
And then this morning, right, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. It's on sale. I paid the $15 and just got it digital.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Because I asked Tyler, I'm like, can you find your copy? And he was like, no, I don't know where the hell that is. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just get it digital since we game share. Boom. 2 copies, $15. Not bad.
Oh, you can't argue with that.
Yeah, because apparently GameStop's selling that version for $30. And the PS3 version is 99 cents, by the way. So, yeah, no, that's for real, man. I had people messaging me. They're like, hey, Crap, is that backwards compatible? Like, I don't know. Like, do these people follow us? And, you know, because it's big news. You know, you'd figure everybody would know the news. But
absolutely.
As you guys filter in, hit that like button, share it out, the link and all that kind of stuff. I would appreciate it. We also got Salty. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I was almost late, guys. I have to admit something. I'm an addict to caffeine. I had to go get my fix. You know what I'm saying? It was like 10 minutes before the show. There's a gas station down the street. I was like, fuck it, I'm going. So I went and got my Red Bull. We're good. We're good to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Did it give you wings?
Yeah. Get some wings, yeah.
Yeah. When you said that, I thought they gave him like 12 hot wings. I was like, that's a hell of a mobile market.
Hey, I know, Mooch loves his wings. He goes,
love wings.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, I'm gonna go. I got some fantasy football. I was like, yeah, you're gonna get some beer, and he's like, yeah, and wings. Yeah, he told last year, didn't you do some kind of contest or something?
Yeah, I won the hottest wing contest. Well, it's not like I won. Anybody can participate, but it's hard. You have to eat 12 with the ghost pepper sauce. You got 6 minutes, and they're right out of the freaking fryer. That's the hard part. Forget the heat of the actual pepper on the damn thing.
Yeah,
the thing is scalding. Yeah. Like I should have got 2 shirts.
Hey, wow, I don't care. He says already, man. And guys, feel free to donate early and often. Remember, this is Crap's channel, not Mooch's channel, so we want those donations rolling in.
They prefer to donate to Mooch because they get comedy relief. Okay, Crap.
He says, if Jay plays my voicemail tomorrow, I want to apologize in advance. I was very drunk. Might be humorous. Excited for. Are we doing a show tomorrow, Mooch? Or are we doing it Sunday? Oh, we are doing a show tomorrow.
Tomorrow's on. It's next week that is going to be the Sunday. It's going to be after, which is, I think, better because 2 things. A, we're giving away Guess That Metacritic. And 2, it'll give us some time to play Spider-Man so that we'll know just how great it really is.
You know what? I'm looking forward to it. You know, I don't know if you knew this, but Spider-Man apparently is a vampire. So if you guys didn't know, vampires have no reflections.
That's right.
And Spider-Man has no reflections. Ipso facto, Spider-Man is a vampire because he's got no reflections on those buildings.
Those are the Lost comics you guys didn't know about.
Yes, Spider-Man Vampire Edition or whatever. So yeah, it's interesting that Insomniac went with that kind of direction. I can
only bold move, Cotton.
It is. It's a bold move to do Spider-Man Vampire Edition. But you know, it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. I can only keep a straight face with that for so long.
Do you think that are we rolling with that being legit or that's not legit? You got to be careful these days, you know.
That looks legit.
It does, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, and I would love to get Foxy's take on this thing too, because like I know, like Salty probably doesn't care. Like Downgrade, the thing is, I don't care. I think the game's gonna be fine. The only point that I bring up with this whole Downgrade stuff is just the hypocrisy of it, and because this is a talk show, so we talk about games, right?
True.
So. For me personally, I don't care. It's still going to be a good game, a solid game. Is it going to be the 10 unbelievable game that people make it out to be? Probably not.
No.
But is it going to be a good game? Absolutely.
I got it at an 8.6, and anyone who doesn't like that, I mean, I don't know where they've been reading lately. 8.6 is very good.
That's a great score.
Great.
That is, yes, mine is in between 79 and 83, something like that. But you know, for me personally, when they showed off Forza Horizon 4 and that footage, it was 1080p stream capped at 30 frames on Mixer, and people are like, downgrade. How is that okay?
Right.
But then you can't bring this up, right? How is it's like, and I mentioned this on Twitter. I was like, for the whole downgrade thing, for the first 3.5 years of this generation, it was all about games playing the best, looking the best, and resolution and all this kind of stuff. And you know, every game that Microsoft had was a downgrade, right? Hey, they made fun of Quantum Break because it didn't have a reload animation, right? Oh my God, it doesn't have a reload animation. What a disaster. That's a joke of a game. Well, this game doesn't have shadows and have reflections. And, you know, here's the thing. From the different screenshots that we've seen, it looks like there's been some places of downgrades. And when people go, oh, well, they just changed the light, that's in fact a way to do a downgrade, because what happens is you have less reflections. They took out water, so there's less strain on the GPU and things like that with the reflections and lighting and things like that. So it looks like, and you know, I'm sure it's still that.
Let me defend it in the other side of the coin. The downgrades do seem to be there. They're not drastic downgrades at all.
No, I think it's funny because it's like you're not allowed to mention downgrades.
No, you can't.
That's Xbox.
That's the part that's really used.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, because I feel like I went on Twitter and I went hard. I don't remember if it's the morning. Usually, if I wake up in the morning, if I don't have my coffee, I get a little salty, right? So that tweet where I'm like, get over it, all you fuck. I don't know what I said. I went hard on it, but here's the deal, like. I think it was because people were saying, oh, I'm boycotting Spider-Man. Oh, it's downgraded. I'm just like, oh, come on, guys. You guys are going to play. It's going to be fun. But, like, it's a fact that, you know, this game, you know, if it did receive a downgrade, which we've seen, you know, specific examples that it did, you know, people are glossing over that. And if it was an Xbox exclusive, boom, downgrade, you know. It's just immediate, right?
Yeah, so. And see, and like, I know what you're talking about, because there were people going, oh, I'm like, look, people shouldn't. It's going to be a good game. Insomniac's a good developer, but for those people claiming that there's absolutely no downgrade, I mean, so far from what we've seen, even that I think his name is the Dreamcast guy or something, tweeted out that he's been playing it to review. I know I'm not a huge fan, but he did say that there was a downgrade from what we've seen. And that's fine. That happens all the time. Honestly, it literally happens almost to every game.
I think, you know, shout out to Von Lamont in the chat. Von saying, you know, you guys, it's, you know, are being hard on it and this and that, and you're just hating.
I have it pre-ordered.
Von, the same thing happened. The same thing happened with Quantum Break. The same thing happened with a bunch of different games. What we're saying right now is clear your mind of all the nonsense that goes on Twitter. That's really just a lot of people going back and forth just to get kicks out of both sides. Put that aside for a second. I think what we're saying is if it's okay to sit here and pick on all the small downgrades that some of the Xbox exclusives had, then when this comes around and everyone's advertising it as great, you do have to realize that when you don't see the reflection of the actual, you know, of the protagonist, in this case Spider-Man, into the building, and you see that when you take out water and lighting, those are the things that are a strain on the system, and that right there is inevitably a downgrade. Is it awful? Absolutely not. Crap's getting the game. He's getting the unlimited edition or whatever the hell thing's called. I'm getting the console. And you know, it's funny. I was talking to a couple of diehard Sony guys, and they were telling me that they thought, I don't think this is true. Okay. But they were saying to me, Mooch, if you got the console with the game, I'm getting the unlimited perks. Not all the little widgets you're getting, crap, that come in your thing, but I'm getting the content.
Which one are you getting? Which edition?
Are you talking about the DLC or what?
No, not the DLC. But whatever Crap's getting in his, as far as game content,
I believe I'm getting all the DLC as well.
That's what they told me I was getting.
Yeah, it's like,
and they're the hardcore Sony guys. So I don't know.
Which is getting extra puddles in his, right?
No, not extra puddles. Just the content. Yeah, whatever it is. Because I was going back and forth with Crap, and he was like, "Well, you know, I'm getting the unlimited edition. That's getting all the content."
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, "Oh, all right." So I assumed I wasn't. And then somebody said, no, if you're getting the console, you are also getting what the unlimited editions getting as far as content.
Okay. Yeah.
Not your little widgets and such.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? To give, because, you know, look, if you buy a collector's edition or something.
Yeah, see, Von Lamont just said it. He's a hardcore guy. He says the console comes with all the DLC. Thank you, Von. That's what a few people were telling me.
You should, right? And here's the thing. I also
hope so.
I thought that was a little bit funny too, right? Because I know it happens quite a bit nowadays. But when it announced it, that they're getting like specific DLC, not just, hey, we do plan a DLC launch. We'll talk about it later, whatever, for single player games. But they're like, hey, we have 3 specific DLCs. It's going to be this date and it's going to be this. And it does almost make it seem like maybe they cut those parts out of the game. But, you know, I mean, it's really hard saying.
There's no question that they cut that out. Like, it's a single player game, you know. They plan the game from beginning to end, and they're like, hey, let's make this DLC. It's just kind of like the Destiny syndrome, where they have these the DLC locked on the disc and it's already there and you can't play it till it comes out. It's just weird to have these single player games that have DLC planned before you even pop the disc in, you know. So
yeah, well, that was just my point too. It was just like, you know, wow. You know, it's a little bit odd that they're doing that. You know,
I didn't think it was. I guess there are,
because me and Mooch are DMing, and he's like, "Is that really strange?" And I'm like, "Well,
I didn't think it was that strange." I mean, Far Cry 5 announced it. Other games have done this. I didn't think that was that big of a deal.
Yeah,
I mean, other games have done it, but I'm just saying in general, it's not just to dog on Spider-Man, because we're hating on Spider-Man.
Yeah,
no, it's just it's weird to me to have a single player game, because, you know, we all grew up playing these single player games on different systems, like Super Mario, for example. Like, what if you would have got that back in the day and then been like, hey, there's DLC? It'd have been like, oh, fuck no, I'm not buying that. You know, it's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead, Mooch.
I'm just gonna say I don't think that anybody needs I think the Spider-Man game doesn't need the DLC. I didn't even think they were gonna have DLC, to be honest with you. So for all you folks that are saying, like, you know, if it's on the disc already, we shouldn't have to pay for it, then don't. I mean, realistically, you're the consumer. You're in charge. If that's something that irks you, you're gonna get 20. They say 20 hours out of this game.
Yeah,
that's really. That's up to 20 hours, right? Yeah.
Well, for a normal gameplay, they're saying I would say somebody like me, who probably won't play it on normal, who just doesn't really care about side quests, I'll probably finish it in 15 hours or so. So
yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I just think that realistically, it's you know, 20 hours of swinging around. I mean, I don't know what kind of. I mean, if you got a tattoo somewhere on your body of a Spider-Man, maybe you want more. That's fine.
Von Lamont says WB released a season pass for $50 for Arkham Knight, and it was terrible. True. And I think I complained about it. I also complained about big news. Yeah, I also complained about the Battlefront 1 season pass, which was $50, and they didn't even tell you what maps you were getting.
Wasn't one of the Battlefronts? The first one was awful. With the,
with the DLC, they're like, hey, here's your $60 game that you bought. Well, if you spent $80, you got Han Solo's blaster, which is a one-hit kill. So you had all these people, dude. You could buy that DLC on eBay for that blaster. It was going for like $20-$30 that first day that it came out, because it was a one-hit kill.
I remember that.
Right? And so, yeah, everybody was just like using that gun. And then they're like, okay, well, buy the season pass. You're definitely getting 4 map packs. We just aren't sure what those map packs are yet, you know? And so I was like, I don't really know if I'm going to get it. Von Lamont says $24 isn't bad for all DLC. Well, if you buy it individually, it's $10 each. So that's $30, or you pay $25 for the 3. But what I want to know is, you know, are they just like basic side quest stuff? You know what I mean? Like, hey, here's follow Captain Stunuts and help him out. You know what I mean? Is it like that?
That was what was great about watching your Capital Foundry, which was a great video. But I was watching it and I'm like, there he goes. He's following Captain Stunuts everywhere. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I'm really glad that you guys dig that. It's funny. There's a fine line between open world games and then games like that, which, you know, the Modern Warfare single player, which are, you know, for me, it's on rails. And there's a fine line in between. And that's why I'll be honest with you right now. So, yeah, I'm playing a lot of Destiny 2, right? And a couple other games. I'm playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. But Rise of the Tomb Raider, not really an open world game, right? I mean, there's an open area. You can search tombs, right? There's mysteries. But realistically, you can make that game quite linear. And now you have Spider-Man. And Spider-Man being this open world right now, it's going to scratch the itch of that, you know, going all over the place. You don't have to do the story missions. Maybe you can just walk around and collect, or not walk around, swing around and get all the backpacks, right? And all the, you know, whatever they're going to have lit up on top of a skyscraper. But realistically, I think that Spider-Man is going to be exciting for all of us to kind of play. I just wonder how that longevity is going to go. And the media is going to love it. If you guys are bored of the media on IGN, this and that, go check out that Greg Miller channel. You're going to get a good 2 weeks of swinging around and loving it.
Dude, Hey, it's fine, man. And here's the thing:
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, I'm tired of you guys talking about Spider-Man." Well, you know what? It's the hot game going right now, so of course we're gonna talk about it. That's like I like it when people come to a podcast that talks about games, and they're like, "Stop talking about those games." You know, yeah, it's like no, you can't please anybody these days. You know what I mean? Look, I think the game looks good. Yeah. It's going to sell extremely well. It's going to be good. But just even looking at, it's easy to tell that there's some areas that maybe were too strenuous on the PS4, PS4 Pro. Who knows? Maybe some of what we're seeing is PS4 vanilla footage, versus Pro. I don't know.
Think so.
Yeah,
I think in the advertisements that I saw, it said PS4 Pro footage. But real quick, guys, do you think this free DLCs from like Battlefield and some other games are going to put pressure on games like this that are having charged DLC? Because I mentioned this, that I feel like the industry should move towards the free DLC model. Yeah. And someone in the chat, I don't remember his name, he said that will kill single player games. And I said, in my head, I haven't responded back. Like, how does that kill single player games? They existed before without DLC. Yeah. I'm sure they can exist now. And there's ways to, put microtransactions in your games, like cosmetics and stuff like that. What do you guys think?
Well, the reason I say real quick, I don't think so. Crap. And I'll tell you, Assault, same thing. I don't think so, because Halo 5, Gears, a number of other games have done free DLC. And, whether it be the maps or the multiplayer maps, whatever, however you want to look at it. And these companies do their research. They do their numbers. And when you have a situation like Spider-Man, where they know that I'm telling you, that's why there's all this hype. A lot of the games industry, a lot of the games media, every one of these guys, they all have a games channel and a comics. They're all, like, everyone that has a gaming channel is also very good friends with Kevin Smith, does Comic Book Men. Okay, like they're all kind of into that same realm.
Comic book men,
right? They are. It's that show on AMC, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, it's kind of fun to watch that, because it's like watching the Pawn Shop thing on the Learning Channel, but this is the comic book version. People are like, no, this comic book's worth $200. Kevin Smith's like, it's worth $250. Anyway, so realistically, right? But these guys, they get like mixed up with that whole thing. So my point in short, because I want to hear Crap's answer, Salt, is that they know they have an allegiance, they know they have a fan base here, and they know they can collect. So I don't necessarily think that an instance like the Spider-Man or the God of Wars or these other ones that have this fan base, they know they can collect and double dip.
Yeah, I think that originally DLC was supposed to be free.
It is in some cases.
Yeah, the first time I remember DLC was KOTOR. And you could download this extra place where you could go to pick up weapons and things like that, right? And then it was free on the original Xbox. I know you used to get free DLC on the original Xbox, right? And now it's like everything's charge. And I get it with single player games. I think they want people to keep the games. They basically what they don't want is people to buy the game and have it be what a lot of people do say is one and done it, right? Mm-hmm. So they want you to keep the game, because guess what? We got hot new DLC coming in a month. And then in 2 months, even more hot. They're trying to keep those discs in people's consoles as long as possible. Yeah. So that, basically it gets to the point where it's worth nothing to trade in. So you just keep it, because developers don't get anything from used game sales whatsoever. So to me, I would like to see more. Here's what I don't mind paid single player missions content, DLC. I hate paid multiplayer maps, because it separates the fan base. It's terrible. It's good for nobody. I haven't seen that been good for anybody. It ruined Halo 4. It ruins Call of Duty. It ruins Battlefield. Your friends don't have the map. It ruins Destiny. You know how many times I tried to play Destiny back in the day, and it's like, oh, somebody doesn't have this map or that map. It's always me, because I didn't buy any DLC for that.
Yeah, but that's you guys all use Destiny as literally, like, Destiny should now be called the parachute for people on podcasts that don't play it. When all out of examples, pull this cord. Destiny 2. You guys,
I said Destiny 1. I haven't really spent that much time on Destiny 2. So
I think your hours are equivalent. I think realistically,
I put a little bit more time in Destiny 1.
I believe you, because that was when we didn't know what it was. It was a surrounding of mystery. Yeah. I mean, the thing about Destiny, shout out to Rock Dog. He says, Moosh, you mean, just like Destiny 2, people love, hate to pay for that. I go, actually, no. And shout out to Assassin, who this just, an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, goes, you know what? I guess I'm coming around. I guess I'm going to buy the Forsaken DLC. And he was Mr. I don't want it. And I'm just picking on Assassin because you guys know Assassin from Four Guys. We talk about Assassin. He knows, and he plays a lot of games, and he's very, very, very good at video games, believe me. My thing about this is I think that the thing, and I tried to explain this. I was talking to a bunch of people. We were in chat. Is people like, Mooch, what is the fondness to Destiny? It's not the game. It's not the repetitive nature. It's the community. It's a unique game where people, even when they talk crap about it, come back.
Hey, Mooch, I think to answer your question, the reason why people use it as an example so much is they've had so many examples of what not to do with a video game. You know what I'm saying? With how much that's good about that game, there's that much more bad. That's why it's kind of a go-to for a lot of people on podcasts, because it is. I mean, they've made a lot of screw-ups through Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, and that's
but here's the thing where you say it's more, I have to disagree with you, because at the end of the day, especially in this very, very unforgiving business that we talk about weekly, okay, for the game to have more bad than up, it would not be getting this staggering results as far as sales.
Mooch,
and it's staggering right now.
You got to admit, if the game was where it should be, it wouldn't be free with PS Plus, right? Like, that game was a year old.
Oh, no, that's a strategy. Free, that's a beautiful strategy. Right now, there's absolutely no incentive for somebody like Crap or yourself or anybody who's behind the 8 ball to go to the store and buy it for $10. There's absolutely no reason, because you know why? You're about 350 hours behind people. But if all of a sudden you put it in somebody's lap, sure, you might go, I'm still out. That's a you problem. But there's other people that go, oh, that's true. You put it in your lap for free, go play it.
Volumes to the worth of the base game. I mean, you could find it in the dollar bin. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, you can get almost 85% of games that are a year old, Salt, in that same bin. So it doesn't matter. My point being is that
Nintendo, that's not the case. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, this is a AAA game right now that is asking for $70 more for the full boat. Okay, and they're getting it, and that's a lot of people. And you have to admit, I understand where you guys are coming from. I really do. But I just think it's a ripcord effect where people who aren't playing it are like, look at the bad. Pay no attention to the million people over there buying it next Tuesday. Look at the bad.
You know that I've come back on D2. Right. I played the DLC.
You're part of my. That's what I'm saying. You're part of my.
I'm like, you even tilt when it comes to that game because I've come back and forth with it. But it is what it is, man. You got to admit the D2 wasn't as successful as D1. The player base fell off. You
got to remember though, Salt. The first Destiny was absolutely obliterated by gamers and the media. This is another one of those things where the nostalgia kicks in. Until Taken King came out, the first year was a nightmare. So what you're saying right now is, Mooch, you have to understand that the first year is a nightmare and it's just as bad, or Destiny 1 did it better. No, they didn't.
No, but remember, Mooch, the big streamers didn't stop playing D1. Like, that player base was still there. Okay, like, the views on Twitch were high, like, for the first couple years.
We are also talking about the sequel.
D2, like, there was nobody. It's a ghost town. Nobody wants to touch that game. They're all on Fortnite, right? So that's the difference. Like,
everything's
the longevity of D2 versus D1, right?
A heart surgeon didn't show up yesterday for an appointment because he was playing Fortnite. That's not the same. Like, everybody's on Fortnite. That doesn't hold water.
But I'm just talking about, like, Gathalion and all those big people. They don't play that shit, and they were playing that all D1 all the time.
Yeah, but those other guys that are on there, what's that other guy's name there? Doctor, whatever his name is. Those guys that are always invited to the bunch, they're all on there. They're all frothing at the mouth right now for Tuesday.
That's true, but that's because new content's coming out. What I'm trying to say is D1, they were playing it. They didn't drop off. They were playing it exclusively. And
there's also more games now, too.
Engagement. Like, when people are interested in the game or they're playing it, they want to watch it on Twitch. They want to engage with it.
You do got to remember though, Salt. You do got to remember 2014. There was basically remasters in Destiny and Watch Dogs. I mean, now there's 55,000. We all sit here. There's people. God bless. So a lot of the great Mooch Maniacs that have donated codes, and I'm trying.
Let me tell you about the Mooch Maniacs, brother.
They're out there. They're out there. They will snap into it. Listen, so really,
play Destiny.
There's no time. There's no time for all these. There's so many games. Brother. The fact that Destiny has WWC games or whatever that website is, they're like, this is WCCF Attack. Yeah, they're like, there's so much content in Destiny 2's upcoming DLC. It's staggering. It's unbelievable. And it's 46 gigs versus the 18 gigs or 16 gigs that was in Taken Gig. And I mean, I got to go on the defense here because realistically, even though everybody hears me defend it, it's not that I love Destiny more than anything in the world. I really don't. I like it a lot. But realistically, it's just so hard whenever I go on any show. Like, well, you know, it's no Destiny. Pull the ripcord. And it's like, okay, it's like everybody just goes to that right away. And I gotta say, I would say that you made some really good arguments, Salt. The only thing I would say is there's more good than bad. Where you said there was more bad than good. That's the only thing. I would tip it just 51% on the other side.
More bad than good. I just said there's a lot of examples. You know what I'm saying?
There are.
Well, hey, can I let me say something real quick? Somebody from Activision or Bungie, get this man Mooch on your damn to advertise Destiny, because whenever he talks about it, you want to play it. I'm like, man, maybe I missed something. But
like maybe I get something wrong.
Yeah,
play it tonight.
But then it's like,
right?
But then it's like I get on there and it's like a damn sleeping pill, and I'm like, oh, man, Mooch, what are you doing, man? Like Mooch is.
We haven't played yet.
I know, but it's just that game is just so bad, and I just can't really sink any time into
that new PvP mode, like PvP PvE mode, is going to be free on September 1st.
Whoa,
for people that pre-ordered.
I never said Spider-Man will not sell. Whoa! I never said Spider-Man will not sell. I love how you guys make this stuff up, and I said Sea of Thieves was my personal multiplayer game of the generation, just simply because I have fun with it. And anybody that's ever been in a party with me while I'm playing Sea of Thieves will tell you what an absolute blast I'm having.
Yeah, I will say that much. Like,
I'm not saying that it's a perfect game. I'm saying for me personally, it's the most relaxing, kind of different, fresh game that I've played. And when you play it with friends, it is amazing. I'm not saying it's for everybody or it should be for everybody. Why is it that so many people have such a hard time with opinions, right? It's like, that's my opinion. And I never said that Spider-Man wouldn't sell. I never said that. I said it would sell well.
You said it would sell great.
Exactly. There she is. There's Foxy, and there's
hello, boys.
How's it going?
What's up? And attacking the glitcher. Nice.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you need an extra person, and I'm like, dude, there's 3. I mean, we could. It's all good, but hell yeah, why not, man?
I just came through the door, and I'm like, I got, a salty type of Red Bull. Shout out to Salty.
Yeah.
King Ram, the truth is Salty made great points, but where he went wrong was he went up against the Mooch. Jesus.
I disagree.
I think Salt made some. King Ram might be a Mooch maniac.
He took his vitamins, said his prayers, went to bed early, and
step into it, brother.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're gonna go.
You gotta be Hawk, because they're the Mooch maniacs, and that was the Hawkamaniacs, dude. You gotta be.
It was.
In there, yeah. So, like Foxy, what do you think about this? We can go back to Spider-Man. What do you think about that big major downgrade, megaton downgrade that they got going on there?
What? It looks amazing. What do you mean? I don't see a difference. It looks the same to me.
Did you know that
it's just not a rainy day? That's all it is. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you have eyes, so I mean, obviously.
Yes, of course. I saw the difference. It was kind of weird. But I don't know if this, is the way it is right now. It looks like it is going to be a downgrade with these pictures, and the game comes out. I don't want to hear nobody saying how this is the best looking game ever or anything like that, because, well, at the end of the day, we play Spider-Man because we want to swing around and swing to the left and the right. That's fine. So you're playing the game for the fun and the gameplay of it, so it is what it is. So if you're getting Spider-Man for that, cool. If you think you're getting Spider-Man for these graphics, you might not get that. So I don't want to hear people touting that. But it doesn't bother me not one bit. But I do see some big differences in those pictures. And I even showed my brother, and he kind of shook his head a little bit because he was looking forward to this. And he was like, oh, man. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
But I mean, look here, Sony has a habit of that, right? It's not a big deal because, like, I love Uncharted, but if you look at the Uncharted 2 reveal at E3 versus what you actually got, it looked night and day different. It looked much worse on the PS3 when you actually got to play it, but it was still probably the best game of last generation, right? So people get all up in their feelings whenever a PlayStation game gets brought up that, hey, perhaps there's a downgrade there. It's not maybe as good or as good looking as what has been portrayed, because all these companies, let's face it, are like used car salesmen. They're trying to get you slapping the roof of the car, saying, "Look at this baby, look how great it looks." Let's not tell them that it's maybe a debug console or a PC with the shell of a console sitting on top of it, because they're trying to sell us the best looking version of these games.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, those games aren't really optimized up until I think they said, I remember a developer saying like 60 days or something like that prior to release. So obviously, things that we got up until probably right now,
Yeah,
weren't
they're
finalized
changing it.
even.
Yeah, exactly. So before that, they were just showing you the shiniest thing, like you said, to sell you on it, and they got everybody hyped up. So it did work to some extent.
Yeah.
And if you're a PlayStation fan, you should be honest with yourself, because if you could call out, what was it, Watch Dogs, for the same thing, you could do this for Spider-Man. Now, if you don't care and you're like, you know what, it sucks and it does look different, but I'm still gonna play it, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like Glitcher, what do you think about this, man? Are you a Spider-Man fan? You got a Spider-Man tattoo on your ass?
You got tat?
Oh my god, what is that?
I mean, no, I have a kiss tattoo on my ass, but no,
Perfect.
Well, no, they're telling you it's like, okay, this is what the game is going to look like running on the PlayStation and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's going to be downgraded. It's like, well, there's your smoke and mirrors again, man. It's like, don't be if you know the system ain't going to process what you're going to be shelling out, then just sell it what it is. Don't be leading false hopes to people. I mean, it's like, okay, I know I'm going to buy this game because I love Spider-Man. But don't tell me it's going to look one way and then all of a sudden, like a couple weeks before it comes out, well, we're going to downgrade it because the system can't handle it. It's like, well, then don't bullshit me, dude. Tell me what it's going to be. I mean,
1 second, they're showing you the movie, like, cinematic view, and then when you play the game, it looks like the cartoon.
Yeah, it's like, okay, oh, here's the HD version. Oh, but you're going to get the 420 version. It's like, oh, don't do that to me. Just tell me what it is when it comes out so I know what I'm getting. I mean, because I don't want to be all hyped up like, dude, this game is going to look so awesome. And now all of a sudden I get it's like, dude, I'm playing Legos. What the hell? Don't do that crap to me. I mean, I mean, seriously, don't sell that BS to me. That's how I feel about it. It's like, I'm already excited about getting the Spider-Man game, but if you're going to lie to me about it, then you're not going to get my money. Just tell me what it is so I can get it.
I hear you. Hey, we got I'm just going to call him Clown. He says he's a huge fan. I really love the podcast. Mooch is the GOAT. Luca, Crapgamer, all you guys, thanks for giving us amazing content every time. I just wanted to say thanks. You're great. Peace. Love life. Gotcha, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm sure.
Come visit the GOAT's residence at the Mooch 78 at 5 p.m. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Mooch is always like, yeah, man, come visit my channel.
Yeah,
man.
right? You know, give a like, hit the subscribe button. As Crap says, hit the little bell that's just an inch to the right.
Hey, look. I never said that the game doesn't look good. I just said that it looks downgraded from what we've seen. And also the fact that there's no stuff. If PlayStation fans can complain about a lack of a reload animation in Quantum Break or a shadow that's not right, why can't Xbox dudes bring up, even in a joking manner, a downgrade like this on Spider-Man, or the fact that you can't see his reflection in mirrors, right?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that? Hey, we got Showstopper. He says the downgrade is real. Remember, Pony's all hyped up about blades of grass, and now they're not mad about this. That's true, Showstopper. I missed that guy podcasting. I tell you what.
Grassgate.
Yes, I remember that, man. PlayStation dudes were talking about lack of grass on the Xbox version of a game, but now, hey, no reflections. You know, hey, swing to the left, swing to the right.
Yeah.
No puddles. I'm just telling you, you can't make this stuff up. It's incredible.
Guys, it's a Spider-Man game. You know, I mean, it's not the problem. The thing that you're getting combatant with is just that we're saying it's a Spider-Man game, and everyone's like, wait a minute, what do you mean it's just a Spider-Man game? It's a Spider-Man game for the PlayStation. You're like, well, all right, yeah, yes, it is. But you see this ridiculous amount of hype. All these other Spider-Man game that came out never got nearly this amount of hype. Yes, Insomniac is good, but Crap, you had the numbers. What are Insomniac's latest numbers as far as Metacritic goes? And that's what everybody goes by, and I don't. Yeah, I don't care.
I mean, if you look at
mid-80s,
Sunset
right?
was like 81 or something, and then you had Fuse, which really tanked, and then Ratchet and Clank did really good.
Ratchet and Clank did very well, but they have history there.
Yeah. So yeah, like, you know, they're okay. They do some 80s. Let's see, Ratchet and Clank was 85.
I think Insomniac is one of the most talented developers out there. That's why I'm excited. I listen, the one thing that you're going to get with Spider-Man the game that I think that no one talks about, okay? Everyone's talking about swinging around and having fun for like 50 hours. Stop it. The one thing that's going to be great about the game is that it is going to have great mechanics. The one thing that Insomniac, I think, provides is always a great gaming experience, a great playthrough. So realistically, I'm pretty excited about Spider-Man in that retrospect because it's been a while since we've had an open world game with outstanding mechanics. And I think we're going to get that in this game. I just think that ultimately, for me personally, I think a lot of you guys too, I really do. I think that once you're playing this thing, and if you don't believe me, please do go back. I never tell anybody to go to IGN. Never do I say this. But IGN did an interview with that Andrew Goldfarb. It's a 21-minute video. It was a 9-minute mark if you want to go to it. And I talked about it on Crossfire 2 weeks ago. He interviewed him, and he said after he played it for about 2-3 hours, he goes, the base fights started to get quite repetitive. And the skill level set that you would get with the character started to get repetitive, and it didn't increase as fast as it was early on, which is fine. He goes, that's not a bad thing, but he goes, I am a little concerned with the repetitive nature of the game, and that's what I'm saying to you. So all I'm saying is enjoy the game. Should you get it? I don't see why you. How can I tell you not to get the game when I'm buying the game?
Dude, I'm getting
the console.
I'm getting the console too. I'm looking forward to it.
I think Foxy's getting it, and she don't even have a PS4. So there you go.
I'm going to play it on my brother's system.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. But it's up to the story to keep you going because, like you said, it might get repetitive with the fighting combat or swinging around. So it's up to the story to actually keep you hooked to see what's happening in the game and go all the way through.
Exactly. Hey, we got almost 500 watching. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can't get up to 200 because this is Crap's channel, not Mooch's. And likes matter. So likes matter. So hey, I want to talk about this amazing announcement that Microsoft made. Megaton, games with gold. Woo! Man, Prison Architect, Livelock, Lego Star Wars 3, Monster World Arcade. Woo, man.
Why didn't you talk about this crap before I came over here? Now I gotta sit through this shit. You could have talked about this while I was on my way home.
We were talking about Spider-Man, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, so anyway, man, what an amazing lineup this turned out to be, right? And you know what's funny is when this lineup came out, Mooch goes, crap, Sony's going to come out and totally embarrass them because Microsoft dropped the ball. They do this all the time. But I got to be honest, this lineup is not great.
It's a shit show.
Yeah, it's not great. I do got to say that this is like a time where I don't have the games. But there's probably a reason for that. I'm just pointing out that these aren't great. I don't understand it. You go from having a good month with Forza Horizon 2 and
first of all, who wants to build a fucking prison? Like who likes this game?
I don't know. Help! I have no idea.
I don't even know what to say. It makes Super Time Force look like a AAA. Look, there's many things wrong with this.
The only thing I would just download is Star Wars, the Lego Star Wars. For my kid. The rest of this is just like garbage.
No.
Yeah.
And I said this to Crap, and I don't think he was picking up what I was putting down, but I think he is.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I think you're coming around now. I think he's coming around. Is the fact that I thought, okay, here's September. Microsoft doesn't have any AAA first-party game coming out this month. I know they are endorsing Shadow the Tomb Raider. Give away Rise of the Tomb Raider. Give away a AAA game. I don't care how old it is. I don't care how old it is. Give a game away that gives you like some positive spotlight 6 days before one of the greatest games of your life comes out. So, no, what do? Nothing. They actually did the opposite. They gave the worst 4 games I've ever seen. Like, you would not even... If there was somebody standing outside of GameStop handing you these games, you'd be like, no, I'm full. Thank you. I'm good. Thanks. Get away. Someone might even call the cops on this person.
My God.
Realistically, they're that bad. So Microsoft, here's what I'm saying. And this is the same thing why everybody goes, they got 5 studios. Everything's all right now. We're good. There's somebody over there that's just not checking the fax machine. Something is going on over there. How do you lose sight when coming down the pipe, we all knew Spider-Man was coming out ages ago in September. Why wouldn't you say, do me a favor,
Rise of the Tomb Raider, right?
Make September something we talk positive about. Maybe it's not great, but we talk positive about instead of having 2 weeks of slander at the Xbox brand, right? It is absolutely awful. So, I mean, that's what I just blows my mind.
Why is this dude yelling? Apparently, you get that a lot.
Why do people say that?
I don't know.
Oh, did Alex say that?
No, somebody else said that.
Welcome to the show for the first time, guys. We've been doing this for 4.5 years, and this is what I do every single week.
Do you guys not watch stuff like?
They don't watch it. They just pop in. They say something sarcastic, and then they go back to their Twizzlers.
any of that stuff. This is basically a gaming podcast where we talk about, we have hot takes on gaming.
Mooch, why are you yelling?
Why am I? I don't know. I get right.
That's so ridiculous, though, man. Like, again, it's a bad lineup. Yeah.
The thing that I don't get is I do videos every month on games with gold, and then I get comments every month. Oh, the games are free, so you don't have a right to complain. It's like, bitch, I'm paying money for this. It's like I need to get value from this. Like, in all reality, the reason why games with gold exist and PlayStation, PS Plus and all this stuff is because they need to show value for why they're charging you for online services.
Yeah.
And that's the reason. It's like on the PC, they don't pay for online. So yeah, we do have a right to complain about the value that we're getting with our money. And everybody else, I've heard so many people damage control this month. Oh, it's okay. We don't need to have a AAA game in there every time. Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Like if it's an issue of having too many games, like they're offering, 2 Xbox One games and 2 360 games, cut it in half, put a good, decent AAA game in there that people will actually want to play every month, and then go that way. Like, people don't want to play this, it's
yeah,
trash.
You're right. I mean, it's clear they're getting to the bottom of the barrel with the 360 stuff anyway. You know what I mean? You're right. Yeah, so up the Xbox One ones if you can.
I understand where Salty's coming from, but I don't think they should always be AAA. I think it's okay if you have some great or some good AA games. Some I get highly critical. What's it called?
Critically acclaimed?
Yes, indie games where people are like, damn, this one really stood out to me. So when you have those in there that are really special, it's okay if once in a while you don't have always AAAs. But because, I mean, if it wasn't for like Games with Gold, some people would have never tried, like, I don't know, Dark Souls, and that now has become a big success. Or when I played Valiant Heart, I would have never picked that up, but when I played it, I thought it was amazing, and that's a small indie. So yeah, there's certain titles that I'm like, I understand, but these ones, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
This one actually stood out to me as, I don't want any of them. I don't have them, and I don't want them.
Mooch said he wasn't going to get them either.
None.
And I was like, you lie.
He goes, you are going to do it. And I said, crap, I will send you a video on October 1st of all the games I have digitally. And you'll be like, holy shit, you didn't do it. And it's not to prove a point. It's not that, listen, me proving a point like that, crap, if I really wanted it, is spiting only myself. I don't want them.
I know. Dude, I hear you. Like here's
if I sent those to you, wouldn't you literally, if I sent those to you in disc form, okay, physical copies, wouldn't you look at me and go, man, I thought the guy was actually my friend?
I'd have
right? Would you be like, I think you'd be offended.
On my desk right now with a soda on it.
Yes, it'd be a coaster.
It would be.
And actually, to be honest with you, I can actually get those games cheaper than a coaster.
You could, what? They're not great. They're not great.
They're not great.
Yeah, they're.
And I mean, listen. The games, the quality of the games, we all agree, right? But let's get back to what I'm trying to make my point on, and I think you guys can all get around this campfire with me on this. All right. I think the fact of the matter is that this was a month that Microsoft. Normally, you go September, October, November, December. You're right. They don't need to, because that's when all the big games are coming out, and they don't need that extra. But the thing is, this month you've got Sony going out there, and then Sony pulls a double whammy. Sony's got Spider-Man. Yeah. And then they throw Destiny, and they throw God of War. And
you know what Microsoft
should have did?
They should have put the Amazing Spider-Man up as a
just
game
as a zing.
And, and a Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Agreed.
Double thing. Like the games for them to put as games with gold.
If it's in there, if it's in the Game Pass thing, crap, they could have done this.
Yes, like Rise of the Tomb Raider to get people hyped up for that's an X game. And it looks amazing. Get people hyped up and caught up so that you can, if you really want to go all out, even though I think they might have done that before, the remastered and put both of the Tomb Raiders in there.
Yeah, the definitive edition. Yeah, they've done that. But it's okay if they do doubles. They've done doubles before.
Yeah, exactly. So, or make it as a special bonus or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that would have been great. Like Mooch. Rocket League, right? That was a game that made itself a name by being in PlayStation Plus when it launched, right? Mm-hmm. So why doesn't Microsoft do stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like, why not? Why wasn't No Man's Sky? Imagine how big that would be as a Games with Gold, or
No Man's Sky, no way.
Hey,
It's actually
let
pretty
me tell
good.
you, me and Mooch both mooched a
Yeah.
copy of that game. It's really, really
It's
good on the
very
X.
good. It's very good.
It is.
I
mean-
gotta tell you, it's soothing.
It is.
Listen, it's not a game that you're like, boy, this Friday I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a 6-pack of my favorite drink, go home and play some No Man's Sky. Probably not, Glitcher. But realistically, on Sunday night, you get done with your favorite show, whether it be, I don't know, Walking Dead, whatever you like. I don't care, Game of
The
Thrones, whatever it
Simpsons.
is you dig, The Simpsons. And you're like, I want a game right now, but you're not in the mood to get into like a full-fledged war-on fight. To get out there, break down some materials, build this like world, explore things. You can have your friends come in and it's chill. There's something to it. They fixed the problem that was No Man's Sky. They fixed it.
I mean, I totally rented that game and I gave it another shot, and I was just like, oh my god, I want to punch myself in the face.
You got to play with friends though, Glitch.
Hey Gary, here goes crap. Xbox saves No Man's Sky. I'm telling you, not only did Xbox save, if it wasn't for Xbox, that game wouldn't have got any hype, right? The fact that it was 4K on the Xbox One X, Microsoft had Sean Murray twice advertising that game. Here's a fun fact for you. This game had 3 huge updates previous to coming on Xbox One, and nobody gave a damn. That was not being hyped. It wasn't being streamed. Nobody was re-reviewing it. The re-reviews, the people that we saw, Alana Pierce, IGN, everybody was playing this game again on the Xbox One X. So please, if you're going to keep coming to me with some kind of BS, at least be better than me, which is going to be hard to do because I'm the goddamn best. Rack that up. Let's go ahead and go to.
I like this.
Let's go to. Microsoft actually did kind of screw up a bit with their, their announcement of this. But PlayStation Plus, Destiny 2, man, talk about a bad month. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Up top. Woo! Nothing.
Crickets. All you hear is crickets.
God of War 3. I know, like on the surface, this sounds like a good game, right? This sounds like a good month. But guess what? It's not as good as you would maybe
crap. A ham sandwich is nothing fancy. Okay, it's really not. But when the guy next to you is eating a can of like cat food, a ham sandwich is delicious.
Oh, damn.
And that's what Games of Gold. Games of Gold is literally it's cat food and crackers. Listen, it's terrible. So okay, and actually I don't agree. I want to just say that Microsoft helped make Sony look even better. I personally, however, think PS Plus games this month are awesome.
Well,
I really do.
Let me put this in perspective.
And I don't even need to. I own both of them.
Hey, to your own argument, Matt, last month's Mooch,
right?
Microsoft's name-wise was really good, right? Because it was Forza Horizon 2 and For Honor, right? So name-wise, they've got it going on.
Yes.
I think right now, ham sandwich for cat food and crackers. That's a tough one. But yeah, okay, look. And I proved my point to Mooch because earlier today, you can go on Amazon and look up Destiny 2 right now and get it for $9.99. The base console, the base vanilla, whatever it is for PS4, $10. You can get they've been selling God of War 3 remastered for $5 forever. So basically, they tossed you a $15 bone.
Crap. That prison games like retailed at $20.
$19.99. Yeah.
So like that doesn't always hold true, right?
I know. I'm just saying.
Salt.
It's like name. Hey, I'm not sticking. I'm just saying.
No, and that's not an exactly salt.
It's just an example, you know?
But I mean, that's what I'm saying though. But that's a good example. Like that game, you said yourself, Crap. If I sent it to you, you were going to use it as a coaster tonight.
Oh, hey, listen. No doubt. I will say this 100%. Right.
Yeah.
Microsoft's this month are terrible compared to PlayStation's. It's not twisted or anything like that.
No, yeah, but like they all have been on sale. I've seen all of these games on sale for at least $5.
Absolutely.
But I think Destiny, held its value a little bit because of all the updates and stuff like that. So I think the cheapest I've seen it was either way. You're buying into the names. Exactly.
Yes,
you're buying into the exactly.
You know, I mean, you got 2 places giving away ice cream crap, okay? One is actually using true cream, okay? They have real ice cream. The other one is like a fake TCB live, right?
Shots, bro. I'm lactose intolerant.
Well, that's a you problem, and I feel really bad for you as an Italian. But I just want to let you know this, right? It does. And now I know what to get you for Christmas. Those lactose pills so you can enjoy a cheese pizza. But hear me out.
I can still eat pizza, man.
Okay. You got me nervous. But I mean, getting back to my ice cream gig, okay, you got real cream on one place, and you got this TCBY, which is like a fake, ice cream yogurt type of thing. And here's the thing. If the fake place is giving out chocolate, it's the name brand. If you got the real cream, but you only got pistachio, it doesn't sell crap. And even though it's a better product. So my whole point is that you've got Sony out there throwing Destiny 2, which is big in lights, because in 4 or 5 days from now, it's the DLC is going to be staggering. It's going to be huge. Everyone's going back to it. I don't care whether you like it or not. There's people who don't even like Destiny coming back next Tuesday. So you've got that happening. And then God of War right now, which is the reason that everybody even is on Earth.
You're right.
Okay?
It's the reason we exist.
Yes. All of our parents met and had all of us because this game was coming in 2018. Hear me out. That name alone, Throwable Axe, is the reason that you have God of War 3, which demands the respect because of the fact that this game came out this year. So I'm just saying, it's it's just glimmer and lights, crap. Glimmer lights.
PlayStation actually got it on lockdown this time. I mean, like Moose said, Destiny 2. I mean, dude, Destiny 2, everybody's all like hyped and ready for the new update. So, hey, I can get it for free on PlayStation. Hell yeah. And then all I got to do is spend the 40 or whatever for the update. Hell yeah. And then God of War 3. God of War is just going to hook people no matter what. I mean, granted, yeah, you can get it for $5 right now.
True, Glitcher.
You can get Destiny for $10 right now, but when you see free, holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. And let me point out to something to Salty's point. Prison Architect is $29.99.
Oh shit, even more.
You know what? We should actually grab our pitchforks and knives and storm that developer. Listen, right? How dare they do that? Stealing from us. Yes, thank you, Salt. But you know, I want to go back to Glitcher's point of $10 and $5. Okay, but to go back to something that So Shady said a couple of weeks ago on Crossfire, when he bought a game just before it went into Game Pass, he was pissed because he said, yeah, it was only $15. But he's like, I would rather have that $15 in my pocket. And that's what Glitcher's talking about.
Yep.
This is only 10 and 5. But with all these games coming out right now, I certainly would like that. If I just walk into GameStop next Tuesday and somebody just hands me $15, I don't need it, but I'm taking it.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
Exactly.
There's a little mooch in everybody. And I mean that only in the business sense.
I know exactly what you meant.
Thank you.
Look, here's the thing. I never said that PlayStation's wasn't better. It's obviously that it's better.
Naturally.
I'm just saying that it's not as like this megaton 2 games that people are trying to make it out to be. Like, it's the names, which, hey, brilliant on Sony's part. Sony are tacticians, right? Man, they know how to take Microsoft to task and really kind of go, hey, man, and what's weird is, when Microsoft waits late to announce their games for gold, that it's going to be trash. And they turned out to be trash. Sony was like, hey, we're gonna really one up on them, and they did a great job with that. So props to them for that. I'm not downloading no Destiny 2, screw that. But hey, it is smart, because guess what? Well, now they're gonna be able to get people to buy that DLC on PlayStation. So
I'm gonna certainly download it, because I have the physical disc that I did buy for $9.99. And as we discussed, for the audience's sake, I'm going to go ahead and look at what that trade-in is so I can bring the disc back. But to have it on both of my PlayStations, to be able to play it up. And listen, here's the thing. Now that there's so much DLC, right, with Forsaken and everything happening, it's going to be really a real, trial and tribulation to go through and get a character up on PlayStation for me to do that. That's probably not going to happen. But if you haven't played Destiny 2 yet, and you've even been on the fence, and you have a PlayStation, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
It's worth. And you know what? Shout out to Luca. Luca's in the chat. Luca made one of the greatest tweets today, because people were all doing what you were doing, crap. And that's all right. I don't blame you. You make a valid point on your side. But people are like, what's this crap? It's just Destiny 2, the base game? This is horseshit. There's the other expansions, and now there's the Forsaken. I'm out all this money. No. You're not. For you to even get to where the first expansion is, the first expansions are all cheap right now. You can get the first ones for like $10. By the time you get done with all those expansions and where you're supposed to get to light level, by the time you get to Forsaken, this one will be cheap. So realistically, you're not paying top dollar if you go and get the free one and you want to catch up to the game. By the time you get the Forsaken, so much time will go by that in 6 months, Forsaken will be half price. So what I'm saying is, shout out to Luca. That was a great point. Getting the game for free, you're still getting a great value.
Yeah, your little mini me making a point for you, huh?
Hey. Luca, see what Crap's trying to. You're picking on Luca. That's not good.
I'm not.
Not good.
I think Luca's great.
That's great.
Maybe not Spider-Man great, but still pretty damn great. I do want to talk about something else, because I woke up to Mooch going, hey, so no Elite version 2, huh?
Right?
Luca,
And you go,
come
I'm not sure.
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
what did Luca
come
say? Not like this.
That's not my favorite food, Luca. I'm sorry. Yeah. So anyway, he's like, yeah. So there's no Elite version 2, right? And I'm looking, and I'm like, what news? So I find out, hey, we're getting an Elite 1 white, an Elite or a Xbox One X white, and this white Turtle Beach. Interesting stuff. Maybe why wasn't this stuff announced at Gamescom? I don't know.
See, that's exactly what I was gonna say when I was gonna jump in. Is what the heck, and why didn't they mention this before? That would have been a nice bundle for people to be like, oh, that's different. That's nice. Now people are just looking at it like, oh, that's just the same stuff I probably already have, just white.
Yeah,
but it would have been nice to see that day.
First of all, who
I
wants
need-
a white console in
I
their
don't.
entertainment
Fuck
center?
that.
And you know what it reminds me of? The Apple products. Like when you walk into an Apple store and it's all white, you know, like
Mooch.
white, white iPad,
listen,
this and that.
I need $650 to get the white controller and the white console because I think those things look sharp as hell.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. Well, let me just relieve Salty of his issues. That was Apple like 10 years ago. Now Apple's like literally like this gunmetal gray. So you're good.
Bad
Come back.
memories, right?
Come back.
Space
Come
gray.
back
Burned
over.
into my memories of white iPods, you know.
We
in the
miss you,
mall
Steve
and-
Jobs. Sorry. You're my boy, Blue.
I
Pour
don't
one out for
listen.
your homie.
Yeah. Hey, we're closing
Thank
out 200 likes. Hit that like button. No, but what do you guys think about the white console? I actually think it looks pretty cool. A lot of people are asking for one. I'm happier with my.
I'll
the
make it
darker
short and
color.
sweet because I want to hear Glitcher. Glitcher's a fan, so I want to hear what he has to say. I'm just going to say this. We said this last week, Crap. I have no problem with Sony and Microsoft making a black console and a white console. I think depending on how your setup is in your home, both of those fit nicely. When they come out with this like ridiculous rainbow colored or like this multicolored wackiness and like
Red is the
even
best.
Spider-Man that's red. No, it's not.
Red is the best.
It's not the best.
I
It was the
mean,
best
dude,
when we were 10 years old in the Crayola box, but that's about it.
No,
Blood
red
I like
is the best.
I like how the
Blood
white
red.
console looks. I mean, I like how it looks, dude. When the S came out and it was all that white, dude, I had it and I was like, granted, I had the black hardware and then that white. I was like, dude, it just looks so damn sharp. And it's like, I really want the white X. I do, and I want the white Elite controller. I am gonna do everything in my power to get both of those just to have them because they look awesome.
See, I appreciate what you're saying. That like I personally don't want that. But like realistically, I get it. And shout out to there's a guy named Mark. He's the one that has a Shamrock on Twitter. Mark Spawns. I don't remember what his name is, but anyways, he's got an entire right.
Shout
But he's got
out
this.
to that guy. I can't remember.
Shout out
his
to the
name.
guy, Mark.
Yeah, shout out to the guy named Mark.
Yeah.
He's got like 16,000 Xbox followers. But anyways, he's pretty big in the community. But he's got an entire white like setup as far as like entertainment center, everything. And I'm like, wow. I mean, like he buys the white console, so he's excited too. There's a person. What I'm saying is, there's a customer.
You too can have the Turtle Beaches, the headphone. You know, you can have the console, the controller for a low payment of $900. I think is what it comes out to. Right?
Well, that's fine. They could take my $900 because that
Hey,
looks awesome.
You know what's weird about having
if you got an extra 30. Go ahead, Salt.
You know what's weird about having a white controller is like, you know how your controller kind of you use it a lot, it starts getting dirty. Like white, it shows up more. You know, it's kind of weird.
Well,
color to have
every time I touch my controller, dude, I use hand sanitizer. Don't worry. I
No, look at that glitches. That's awesome.
That's what
By the way,
do now.
Glitch, I just want to throwing a mooch thing out there. If by some chance in that $900 you find $30 for a DayZ gift, don't forget that Mooch is here.
Don't worry, I got you, bro. I got you.
That's great.
Hey, Mooch
No,
is
realistically,
mooching even on Xbox Nation.
well, you know,
Can't help himself.
Crap's getting $20 in a super chat from a Mooch Maniac.
Oh,
what the hell's
well,
that?
I mean, hey, man, he was shouting you out too, though, man. And
Yeah.
Luca
That was the
He
dog.
showed you love.
yeah, he was like, hey, what's up,
Right.
man? I hardly
He
ever
did.
get any love, man. Sometimes it's like people throw me a couple pennies or whatever, and they're like, there you
got a
go.
lot of crapaholics, but that one gif where the guy's falling asleep and then he kind of he wakes up at like the 80s, right? Sitcom show. That's such a crapaholic. Like they're there.
Oh, they
Oh,
are.
they're
I'll tell you what, Mooch.
quiet.
We'll talk on Friday. We'll talk on Friday.
We'll
about
talk
that.
on Friday.
Hey, question,
Yes.
question, guys. Does this bundle come with white gloves from Major Nelson's?
Oh my god, that would be
Oh,
amazing. need the
play
white
without
gloves.
getting your shit dirty?
That's a good question. That's a good question, man. I would hope so. I do gotta say that the white controller looks sharp, right? I like the white.
I mean, if you don't have
console.
any kids, sure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Rip.
I mean, yeah. So, it's so yeah, it's like you get the white control. I don't know, but at least it's something. But then I don't know if you guys like the Shadow of the Tomb Raider console that they showed off that they're auctioning off, I guess, for charity.
Mhm.
But that looked amazing.
Yeah, I like
they
the console a lot. Not the controller as much, but the console looks badass.
Yeah, like they keep on doing these here. Like they're like, hey, we know our fans really want custom consoles. Let's make a Tomb Raider one. Let's make a Black Panther one. Let's make this one and that one, and then we're only gonna put them up for sale for eBay.
I did,
And then they,
I didn't like it. But I thought it looked like the Book of the Dead from the Evil Dead movies.
It does. Well, you know what it reminds me of? Like,
oh my god, yes.
Now got
Just
it.
hit
He's
him.
like,
No Raphius!
yeah.
No Assos!
well, let me say this. Maybe you guys don't. There were these last generation for the 360. Maybe they have them this gen. They're like these vault things that they clipped onto your Xbox 360 and they stood up. You used to be able to buy ones that kind of look like things or whatever, like Gears
one
of War
and another one. Battlefield
Call
3.
of
I think
Duty.
it was.
They had a bunch of them, and that's what that sort of reminded me of. Like they kind of encased them in that, and I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, it's like they've got all these marketing deals and no custom consoles. You know
I mean, but then again, why didn't they announce this at a Gamescom? Like, I don't understand. Like, it would have been nicer to see this system up there on the screen with them talking about the charity or whatever that you're bidding for, and then the white set of things that they're doing, those white console controller, whatever. They could have just talked about that.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's like Salty. So you're not a fan of the white stuff either, huh?
That sounded weird.
I know.
But for the Tomb Raider console, it was weird. It has that vine like going around the controller. I was like, when did that get in your way? But anyway,
I don't like that part.
That Tomb Raider console is literally a work of art. Like I would put that in a glass case and display it with some lights. It's like $4,000, right, on eBay or something.
Yeah, it's going up there.
You have to bid on it, right? Crap.
Yeah.
I clicked on that link. The bid is, if I saw it wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong here. The bid to put one entry in was like $3,000.
Woo.
Yeah, it keeps going up.
Am I right or am I right?
I think you're right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Book of the Dead.
Right.
Am I right? Imagine someone coming in and they have no idea. There's no idea. There's nothing on there that says Tomb Raider, I don't think, or nothing that reveals Tomb Raider. Somebody's like, oh shit, you got the Book of the Dead? No, it's a console. The console.
No, it says Tomb Raider on the front of it.
Yeah, I like
it.
it.
Does say it?
Cool. Yeah.
I
would say it right next to the Bruce Campbell logo. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It says it right next to the logo. Oh, the Xbox One little symbol to turn on. It says it right there. I mean, it looks cool. I like it.
I do. I think
I do
it's
too.
Cool.
Actually,
I just wish that they would do a little. Maybe they'll do a little bit more of that stuff next year. I don't know. Like Forza Horizon would have been perfect to do something. I would have bought another one. Just saying. Like it seems like a bit of a lost cause at this point. Maybe I don't know. Just people buy that stuff, like collectors. People want. Look at that PlayStation 4 500 kabillion sold console, right? Look, Sony doesn't even need a special day to put it. Hey, did you see that? Yoshida took a crap and used used a whole thing of toilet paper. Let's get a custom console out for that now.
Listen,
the
500 million console.
It's ridiculous.
The 500 million console is a moment in their time. It's got the gold plating on it. It's numbered. It's limited edition. That'll always, anytime you put limited edition with like a number on it, that holds weight in post value. Spider-Man. You have people like literally that show up in chats that they don't even care what the show's about, just to tell you that they're profound love for Spider-Man. People will stand outside of like buildings, okay, being like, I'll pay you whatever for that Spider-Man console. So there's value. The Forza one, okay, yes, it would be great, like you said, for collectors. But I like how you said that. You actually said it correctly, crap. Collectors. So somebody who would buy that, you'd buy it. But when you buy it, let me tell you something. You can put that right in your grave with you. You ain't getting shit for that later. So that's a you thing. So you're a Forza guy. You put it in your Forza equipment, and you're a Forza nut. That's awesome. But realistically,
you could be a car guy because it has was it? Forza? Was it 5? No, 6.
Forza 6 came out
Yeah,
with
had that
a
blue.
Smurf blue
With a racing stripe
Xbox
on it.
One. Wowee. Boy, if I'm a car enthusiast, I got to get that Papa Smurf. Listen, that doesn't hold any water with me at all. That was a terrible looking console. The fact that when you turn it on and it revved an engine, that's about as close as you can get to a car enthusiast being excited.
Hey, Mooch absolutely hates custom
It looked
consoles.
like Papa Smurf's big foot.
That was Jay Leno's Let Dream right there.
Hey, you know what though?
I guess so.
Hey, the reason is because that's like, and I think some people who GKB and She-Wolf used to have that one as well.
Yeah, I think
I
they
remember.
gave it to their son.
Yeah, I mean, like Mooch.
There
is
you
like,
go!
I would too.
They gave it to their kid who's probably put a yogurt on top of it. Maybe a melting ice cream.
Okay, that's fucked up.
Right?
Well, yeah, because they have
Oh
a
my God,
Scorpio
now you-
and an S, so
Yeah.
obviously they don't want to get
They
rid of
don't
it,
even-
so they handed it
don't-
down.
The only thing worse than that could have been if they donated it to a local bar for a Netflix box.
No, listen though. Don't you think it's odd? They came out with so many custom consoles in that ugly VCR box.
Yeah.
And we had this sleek, sexy S and
Oh
X.
yeah.
And they did the Gears one, which is awesome. And shame on you, Mooch, for getting rid of
Listen,
that.
it's a great console, but look, high value, you sell. Okay.
Yeah, I hear
Moochonomics.
you.
It's in full
But I mean,
class. Hope you guys are taking notes as a test next Crossfire. Go ahead.
But you can just imagine, like, why haven't we got one? That's such a sexy console. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't
I don't
know.
understand it. And it's
Apparently there's maybe not a lot of money in it. I don't know.
I told you they don't know how to top the Gears. It looks too good. They don't know how to do
it's
it.
true. Like, I gotta say,
Maybe
the
only
Gears one-
Halo. Maybe the next Halo's
Halo
the
might
only
get one.
one that could top
Yeah.
it. Maybe.
Yeah. The Gears ones are great. Like I have one for the 360s. They did a couple. A Gears 2 one and a Gears 3 one, and
What, console?
should
No,
do-
they only
yeah.
have 3 and 4. That's it.
is that it? No, they did a
Mhm.
Gears 2 one, didn't they?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they did. Come on.
You're telling
Yeah.
me? Crappy, you're telling me?
Well, I could've
Maybe they released
sworn.
a red system, but they did not have a custom console for Gears 2. Look it up and get back to me.
I am looking that up right now. I see one. I swear there is
Maybe
one.
you saw a sticker. He saw a sticker, you guys.
It's not a sticker. This is an official Gears of War 2 console. Okay, so the Gears of War 3 one was the more slimmer, the Xbox 360 Slim. The Gears 2 one was an Xbox 360 quote unquote Elite, which was it's a rarer one, and it's much more expensive. So yeah, but yeah, they definitely had one. So Crap Gamer's right again. You're gonna get the shirt that says Crap was right, and it's gonna be great.
Wow.
Well, yeah, Predator says I always said Microsoft would make should make custom controllers instead of consoles, but damn, I didn't think they'd take me seriously. Hey,
Whoa.
so you're the one to blame for that.
It's his fault.
You're the
Yeah.
one to blame for that. Wow.
They took that
Unbelievable.
ball and they ran out of the stadium like Forrest Gump. Okay. They literally
did.
took that and they ran through the end zone, through the parking lot, and they're still going with that. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of the controllers that they have are fun. And a lot of our controllers wear, especially for hardcore gamers, your controllers wear. So you want to buy a new one, and the fact that you go through a design lab and enjoy it, that's cool. It is cool. It's nice that they have, but we are in the generation of options, folks. Okay? It doesn't matter. If you want to eat an ice cream inside your walk-in cooler, that's your prerogative. You can do whatever you want these days. It doesn't matter. But realistically, it's getting a little long in the tooth. It's getting a little long in the tooth. And then to see all the Xbox staff drool over look at this new orange controller. And then they talk about it for 3 days. And then out of nowhere, on the 4th day, Aaron Greenberg's like, that orange controller is something I got to have. You're like, Aaron, dude, we're over it. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a lot.
Yeah, I hear you. Also, I DM'd you guys the picture of the Gears 2 Xbox 360 Elite. It actually looks pretty cool. It's not. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Actually, believe it or not, that's, I guess, it's very, very descriptive.
Yeah, Gears 2. I mean, that's
There's
pretty
a lot
cool.
going on there.
A sticker, but okay.
It's not a sticker. You can look it up.
Not really a sticker. I would call it a wrap.
Yeah, it's a limited edition console. People, let's go.
Yeah.
That's what
Let's do
I'm
it.
talking about. That it's exactly what I'm talking about.
I mean,
so
I said it a while ago. Crap. Everybody just puts it in their entertainment center and forgets about it. I'm getting the Spider-Man when I'm putting it in my entertainment center. No one's gonna see it.
yeah, nobody's gonna see it.
How you gonna see it? It's behind the tinted glass.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Hey, we're 3 away from hitting 200 likes. Let's do it. Let's get those likes going. I would appreciate it. You guys rock, all that kind of good stuff. We're having a hell of a show, having a good time.
Yes.
Oh, let's talk about something that Mooch can't wait to talk about. Captain Stu Nuts is back, and he's on the Xbox One. Modern Warfare 2, backwards compatible. You know what? There's multiple reasons why I'm happy about this, right? One, I like the game. Two, I have to say, now all Xbox 360 Call of Duty games are now backwards compatible, which is pretty cool if you think about it.
Yes.
And now people can stop asking poor Major Nelson, when's Modern Warfare 2 coming? When's it coming out? When's
You
Modern
can leave him
Warfare
alone.
2? Modern Warfare 2? Modern Warfare 2? Major Nelson, when's Modern Warfare 2 coming? Modern Warfare. Hey, here it is, folks. Modern Warfare 2 is backwards compatible. I played it. It looks good. I have to say this, though. This game is fun, but man, playing a 360 game that's not enhanced on the 4K TV, sometimes you have trouble noticing what things are in the distance, right?
Yeah.
Like you're on a map and there's snow and then there's bullets coming at you, right? So like the resolution and stuff, that's a bit of a problem. But other than that, I've been having #fun with it. Like Foxy, I know you were playing it. What do you think of it?
I gotta be honest, guys. That's actually why I was late. I was playing Modern Warfare 2. So, it was interesting actually. I played it yesterday. I streamed it and everything. When it worked, I had fun playing it. Eventually, throughout the night, I was like, "Oh man, there's some parts in this game that are annoying with certain people using thermoscopes and whatnot." But overall, nostalgic as hell. I know the lobbies were having issues and whatever. I don't
they
know
were having
if
issues
they're gonna
today.
fix that.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, I think they know about it, but I don't know if they're gonna fix it because who cares? It's an old game, right? So I don't know. I don't even think you can see the player account on it. It says 0, but yet we found a match, so I don't understand that. That was kind of weird.
I kept on like, me and Hellhammer were playing it today, and it was like, oh, you lost connection to the thing, and then it would boot him, or it was like, it took us a little while to get into a match or whatever. But you know what? Took me back to the time when Call of Duty was fun, and I just, I have such a good time with that online because, for one thing, that might have been the last Call of Duty game that had stopping power in the game. Also, Capture the Flag was great because it didn't do that thing where if you cap 3 flags, that was it. It was like if you can cap 20 flags and a half, you get 20 flags and a half. Also, domination isn't broken on that where it does the halftime, switch side. Like, I hate that nowadays, right? So, like, for me, boom, boom, kaboom, noof in the room. What's up, noof, noof, boom? Yeah, so, I like it because, and the kill streaks are relatable, right? Because I can remember once it got to, like, Black Ops 2 and stuff, that stuff's like, use the flaming bird kill streak where you just you spawn in and then you get hit by something and then you don't even know what killed you. Like, that was when I started to really kind of down my time on Call of Duty when Black Ops 2 came out, and because the kill streaks were ridiculous. Get swarm. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not fun.
Yeah.
In Modern Warfare 2, they're fun. The Predator missile, the Harrier jets, all that, the chopper gunner.
Pavlo, that. AC-130 was my favorite.
Yes, like, I mean, of course, I'm playing it and I suck. I'm horrible. Like, I'm like, holy crap, am I bad at this game? And then I think, no, it's not me. It's the team that's bad. And then I feel a little bit better
That's
about
what
myself.
it is.
Yeah, so it's like when you can't get a UAV going.
It had some of my favorite weapons. I was playing it, and I saw my old setup, and I was like, ew, because of the way that I had nicknames for my guns. I was like, wow, what a nerd. And then I was using my favorite guns, and I'm like, oh, I think in this map I used to use the M16. So I would switch over to the M16 for that map, and I was like, wow, this is one of my favorite guns. So yeah, very nostalgic. I had fun playing it. Like I said, when it worked. It was also interesting playing with my friends now, as opposed to before. I used to play with completely different people. Which, by the way, homegirl texted me last night when we were playing, and she's like, "Hey, did you hear Modern Warfare 2 is back in pat?" And I was like, "Bitch, I'm playing it right now." So I thought that was interesting. So after the show, she's online waiting for me right now, actually.
Huh. Yeah, like, you know what? I nostalgia, right? So I was like this in
heavy.
that game, today, so I couldn't even get topics out on time for Xbox Nation. I was just like,
Crappy, I'm gonna be late. Oh, by the way, is there a DM with the topics? And he's like, I was playing.
I was playing Call of Duty for like 4 or 5 hours today, and then I just kind of, got lost in the nostalgia of it all, and was having a good time. So, yeah,
so nice to hear you guys like your trip to the museum today. That's really cool. You guys see anything? You guys stop by the Mona Lisa after that?
Come on, Mooch. Dude,
you should hear you guys. You guys are talking about like literally you took a trip to the New York Zoo and then tomorrow it's over. You're like, all right, tomorrow we're back to today. So I'm letting you. I literally sat back right now. I streamed the internet. It was like listening to you guys. You're like, oh, did you guys like the Guggenheim? I did. I really did. I thought it was a great exhibit. I do remember the time that Jane was here. Yeah, I remember when Jane came here and we both stared at this one art exhibit that way. Yeah, do you remember how she kind of frowned upon it? Now she likes it. Yeah, my friend's actually waiting for me outside the Guggenheim. We're gonna meet tonight and then forget about it tomorrow.
Oh man,
that was what you guys just did for the past 10 minutes.
I am gonna
awesome walk down memory lane.
I am gonna play that game some more.
Yeah.
They had some amazing maps.
You got till midnight until it turns into a pumpkin. Go ahead, crap. I'm gonna play some more.
You make a good. Here's the thing: you make some good points. And I want to say you're right, but I just don't think you're right about this particular one. I actually like this game, so
I don't know. Listen, it's not that you didn't like it. Of course you liked it. That's the whole thing with nostalgia, right? But the point of the matter is, you should hear you guys talking. You guys are literally talking about like that like homework assignment you had in 9th grade about like your War and Peace paper. Like it's like. I know you had a good time about it. You're like, I didn't even read War and Peace. Did you, crap? No, I didn't either. I got it from Jimmy. Jimmy gave me sections 1 through 7. I got 7 through 9. God. Oh my God. That's my same friend. They're on the phone right now. After the show, we're going to talk again. And then I'm not going to talk to them again for another 10 years. Nobody cares. Here's the thing. You can't say that you're excited to go back and play a 360 game. If you are, my apologies and my condolences. We have such great things. We just spent the first hour of this show. We're going to spend the first hour of every show from now on talking about how great things are. That doesn't mean that you can't go back and enjoy them, but we can't get overexcited about things we played 10 years ago. We just can't. And you all have 360s in our house. You could have played it yesterday.
Well, not everybody has a 360.
Most people do.
No, most people got rid of them or whatever. They do.
Yeah,
you can get a 360 right now for like $100 in GameStop.
I don't have them. I've got multiple 360s. So, but I'm just saying,
that's what I just said.
I know, but I like the Xbox One controller. I'm using my Elite controller. It's a little, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's about that. I would rather kind of play it on the Xbox One. But aside from that, they're just games, the multiplayer stuff just has not lived up to that for me, right? Like I cannot play. When I look at my days played in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it's like 33 days, 34 days. On Modern Warfare 2, it's like 25 days or something. Like I put a massive amount of time.
Oh man, I think I beat you. I have more hours on there. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I put a massive amount of time in these games, and when you look at my Call of Duty this generation, it's like mere hours. Mere hours. I would not even days, right? I think Infinite Warfare is like 2.3 hours and Black Ops 3 is like 1.5 hours. Like I did not put a lot of time in those games in the multiplayer. I put more time in the campaign.
Oh yeah.
But because these were good multiplayer games, and then it's like they're so obsessed with having more, adding more and outdoing. Like just do what you do. Like people like Call of Duty because they like Call of Duty. Right.
Right.
Not because they want, like they kept on adding stuff to it that didn't make, like, I don't even like when I play the latest Call of Duties, it's not fun for me. Like, used to be able to, okay, so here's your background for your thing. And you can put in a cool little emblem and do this, like that's cool. Now it's like, I don't even know what the hell is going on with that stuff. It's like, you got to be a bookkeeper or something. Y9 Power says, now let's bug Microsoft for JRPGs. Yeah. They did say they're going to work on getting Japanese support, Y9. So hopefully that's something they do. It isn't something necessarily for me, but something for, the rest of the fans and stuff like that. I think that's something that people have to look forward to. So I'm excited about this. What about you, Salty, Glitcher? You guys excited about Captain Snoodnuts being back and playing some of this?
I don't like Call of Duty, so I will pass on this one.
Gotcha. He's weird. Glitcher's a weirdo, so he's passing that. What about you, Salty?
I'm just cheap, man. It comes down to that. So $15 is just $15, but I would pick it up. But there's other games to play. If my buddy picks it up, maybe I'll get in there. I know that some people have been having some issues with, connectivity, getting dropped out of the matches and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if, Activision really cares, because I have a sneaky suspicion they're going to, remaster this game and they want people to join in at that time. So
Absolutely.
We'll see. I don't know. If I get it, I get it. It's kind of one of those things, I guess.
Yeah, it's a great game.
I've kept all my 360 games of relevance, and I have all the Call of Duties, and I have it. I thought about the other day. I was like, you know what I'll do yesterday? I was like, maybe I'll just throw it in there, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do it because I'm not gonna go ahead. Right? I'm just not. I'm not even gonna put my Xbox.
He was playing Destiny.
Nah,
that's why.
I'm not gonna put my Xbox One X.
That's an episode right there.
It's not worth my hard drive.
Listen, crap, playing some Modern Warfare, getting slapped around.
Yeah, great. You guys want to tune in to hear me snore? It's so, I don't know, for some reason, and this is not a bash on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 crap. It's not. It goes for a lot of them. I really no, it's not. Hear me out. I played Left 4 Dead 2. Was it Left 4 Dead 1 or Left 4 Dead 2? What do you call it there with Graphic God, Jay Williams. And so I was very excited when this whole back compat thing, I was like, when they come out with Left 4 Dead, I'm in. Because that was a game that I just enjoyed. I really enjoyed it last gen. And it came out, popped the CD in. I'm like, holy shit, this is actually happening. This is cool. I haven't played this in so long. I played it for like an hour and I'm like, yeah, that's not what no. That's why I couldn't wait for last gen to be over with. I wanted to get to this gen. And now here we are talking about ray tracing. We're talking about ray tracing. And now you guys are like, I can't wait to get stuck in a lobby for an hour. Get out of here. I don't got this kind of time.
Hey, you're not
Who's got this kind of time?
You're not stuck in a lobby for an hour. Like, dude, it took me like maybe 5 minutes.
I'm kidding, of course. But I'm just saying, there's so many games right now that I feel like I should be playing. We just said there's even as small as No Man's Sky and as great as the games that we all have in our backlog right now. Like, we have so many games we haven't gotten to, and you guys are spending 5 to 10 hours on a game that you completely forgot about until Major Nelson made a tweet yesterday.
Well, no, I
don't get.
It's that great. You know what I mean? I
think about that game every time. Every time I see a new COD game, I always think about this game because that's how good it was.
Exactly.
Whether you want to go back to it or not, a good game is a good game. So if you had fun playing it with people, with your friends or whoever, then that's your choice to go back and spend your time on that. You don't have to do that.
Can't wait till all the YouTubers get together for a Shoots and Ladders exhibition.
You know what? Listen, look.
That was great too.
Mooch, realistically, is the perfect person for PlayStation. Doesn't care about backwards compatibility or crossplay. He's that but somehow he's an Xbox guy, right? It's so weird. Usually when you see the people that are like, old games suck, who wants that? Well, crossplay sucks. Who wants that? Those are usually.
It's not that they don't suck. I'm amazed by the amount of hype that everybody gives these games. Because here's the other thing, though, crap too. I'm also observant. Okay, I'm watching what people are doing. I'm reading these things on Twitter. I'm paying attention. I'm not just. A lot of people get on Twitter just to argue.
Soaking it in.
I'm reading it. I'm looking at what people do. Everyone that says they can't wait for these games. Remember when what was it? Ninja Gaiden Black came out? Holy shit! The Earth stopped rotating for about a full 24 hours, right? And nobody's playing that anymore. But that was the greatest thing to ever happen to gamers, right? Since we went from 2-prong to 3-prong in the outlet. It was amazing.
Oh my God.
How the hell did this even happen?
Well, listen, it's not a multiplayer game, so people were excited to get back into the single player thing. I even put it in, but man, that game is still difficult as hell.
Right.
I think that one was a bit different. That one people played it for about a week, but I know the Star Wars people played that. Different people, not the same person. I don't know. Played it for about a month or so. But that's the thing. Just because you go back to it and you play it for a couple of days or whatever, and then you stop, doesn't mean I'm over it. It just means that you had fun going back to memory lane. You enjoy the game still or whatever, and then you move on back to where you're playing now, current generation. I don't know. I don't see an issue with it at all. I'm just saying.
It's not an issue, but the hype level's got to calm down. You guys got to put a little water on your head. Before you tweet, you got to put a little, open up a Poland Springs and pour it on yourself real quick. Then be like, woo! Shit, that's refreshing. I almost tweeted something crazy. I'm going to spend 48 hours on a game from a decade ago.
Oh,
Then I'll get stuck in a lobby forever. Come on, it's not. I watched crap. You follow Captain Stunuts for a good 2 hours.
Dude, yeah, hold on. That was just a little bit
Just
of
to get
single player,
footage.
and just that was for footage. But when I played the
I know.
multiplayer, that was like what I spent most of the time doing, and that was like
Right.
a blast. I'm actually
You know
looking
what's funny?
forward to
Crap. Mara Films in the chat goes. He says, "Well, Mooch, you watch Seinfeld, and that's old." But crap, what he doesn't realize is we don't watch Seinfeld. That's memory.
Yeah, you know what? I still watch it. Like it depends. Like at night.
If it's on in passing, that's fine.
Oh,
I get it,
yeah.
but I mean, there's so many games. The difference between TV shows, movies, and video games. Video games is an action. Okay, you're doing something. It's hand-eye coordination. It's actually time-consuming to progress through a story. TV, all right, is mindless. You sit there and you stare at the television set. So you could be doing something else, blah, blah, blah. So I wouldn't really use TV shows or what's on syndication as an example of crap saying he spent 5 to 10 hours on a game that's a decade old. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's necessarily the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could be right. I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing it more. Hopefully, I can play with some other people like Fox and
Good debate, though. Good debate. I always have fun when this happens every 3 months. What's the next one? Right? So
I have to piggyback off of that because I was a big proponent of backwards compatibility, but I have to be honest to you guys. Once I pop those games in, for the most part, if it's just, I don't know. You go back and the controls suck, the camera angles suck. It doesn't play as well as you thought it did. Your brain has this idea of what this game is, and then you get in there, and then reality hits. It's kind of like just reality hits with these video games, and that's the unfortunate thing. And I think that's why we're seeing so many remasters, is because a lot of these games don't age well. Very few of them
here's the thing. You're right. We remember things how we remember them, and then they're rarely how we. But I gotta say, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is fun. It's not without its problems. But also, okay, I'm playing through Shenmue Collection, right? That game, by all accounts, is horrible. Right? The voice acting, the controls are like a shopping cart. I swear, it's like a shopping cart with the stuck wheels. It's horrible, right?
Right.
It's so bad. The textures are non-existent, but there's just something about it. I can't stop playing that damn game.
Chivos. That's what it is.
Well, I don't know if it's just Chivos. Foxy, come on. No, I care about more than just Chivos. It's just you want to see it through. It's just that game is kind of grabs you a bit, despite how bad it is. I think maybe that might be something that the game has going for it. I don't know, but
yeah, I think there's certain games that could do that to you. I play Sonic every year. Every year I go back, Sonic? I play Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which is why I am who I am now. I'm a gamer, and that game was the one that grabbed me, and I still play it. I still play every year, no matter what. That's the game for sure that I always go back to. Just like I watch my old shows, Buffy or Friends or whatever. Yeah. I still watch those shows. Why? Because I want to. Because I enjoy them. Right?
Yeah, but you sit there when Friends is on with your elbows on your knees, your fists under your chin, and just staring at the television.
I'm not enthralled.
No, you don't.
I'm not enthralled, but I enjoy the jokes, even though they're freaking old. I still laugh to this day.
You're making dinner, you're doing something. It's in the background.
Yeah, if
somebody in the house was playing Modern Warfare 2 right now on the Xbox One, I'd be like, that's cool, but I'd be doing something else. I don't need to be Crap played 10 hours. He lost 10 hours of his life.
Well, hold on. Let me just. Yeah, go ahead, Salty.
I just think it's mainly an issue with these multiplayer games. When they get this old, they have to keep these servers maintained and updated. I think more so with the Call of Duty servers, what was it? World at War. People were flying and shooting.
Oh my god, yeah.
Rocket launchers, and the chat was just horrible and toxic.
You're right.
They let these servers just go to shit. You know what I'm saying?
Once they don't keep no maintenance.
It goes past a certain amount of years, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So once they let these games become backwards compatible, it's cool for the single player. But damn, if I get in there, people are flying around shooting unlimited rocket launchers and aimbotting my ass, I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's a problem.
To be fair, there was none of that in there.
Yeah, but how do you know if someone's not aimbotting you? You know what I'm saying? Or shooting through a wall?
I guess, but if you're playing it on Xbox One, you can't do that,
Yeah, it was easier to do that on the 360. So if you are playing with 360 players, they might do some shit that is questionable. You could always back out and go to another lobby. But yeah, that sucks. I know.
Hey, WR Cup, I think you're the Browns fan too. Listen, I just said that Shenmue was horrible, but for some reason I can't, because I liked the game originally years ago, and it's horrible controls, and the voice acting is beyond horrible, right? And it's just so bad, but I guess there's just something that makes you want to push through it. I'm not saying it's a great game, and the Browns are still going to lose 15 games this year. You know, it's just how it is, my friend. I'm sorry. Hey, when you got one of your players that gets insider trading, you know you're in for a rough season, guy.
Sports.
Yes, sports.
Yes,
exactly. So, Cyberpunk 2077, we got a bunch of gameplay for that. I'm curious what everybody thought. I thought looked refreshing.
Refreshing. Oh my god, my freaking eyeballs. It was amazing.
Yes, exactly. Well, I'm saying it was very refreshing because we don't have anything like that. You know, I wasn't exactly thrilled with some of the voice acting.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I kind of wish that maybe it was third person, but the first person doesn't really bother me as much as it seems to bother some other people. What is your guys' thought? Like, Fox, what did you think about this? Were you like, wow, holy crap?
Yeah, I thought it was badass. I wasn't expecting much. I just wanted to. My whole thing with Cyberpunk since E3, I was like, "Ooh, I want to see some trailer." Not because I necessarily want to play it, because I already knew it was going to be an RPG, and those are not my type of games. But I enjoy watching, like streamers play them and stuff. So as soon as I heard about this game, I was like, "Cool, I want to see a trailer. I want to see what that world looks like." I saw it, and I was like, "Wow, that's cool, badass." And as soon as we saw the gameplay, I felt even more so. To the point where now I'm really interested. Maybe I want to play it as well. I need to see more of the mechanics and everything, and like how hard would it be for me to even play this RPG since I'm not good at them. But it looks super awesome. I enjoyed watching that gameplay in that world. It just felt so alive and very detailed. I just thought it was really, really cool.
Nice. Mooch, like, what did you think, huh? Because I know you're a big Witcher 3 fan, so
I did enjoy Witcher 3.
yeah.
Listen, first of all, you gotta be careful because everybody online, all right, especially the media and all forms of media have already proclaimed this game to be the game of the new generation.
It has overtaken.
Right.
It's overtaken God of War as the game of our existence.
Take it easy, crap. Take it easy. There's 2 people on the way to your house now. Listen. I got a problem with this game.
Throwable axe. You got a problem with it, huh?
Yeah, I do. It's the Running Man mixed with Total Recall mixed with Grand Theft Auto. The game is good. It looks like it's a lot of fun. I love the city. Love the city. Love the environment. And I think that's what they're saying. They're really trying to sell you on the city and the environment, and they did that. They sold me on that. So I'm all on Cyberpunk 2077. I'm on board. But my problem is the voice acting was awful. The quests that you did seemed something we've done a million times. So are we all going to just sit here and say we love the city and we love the environment? If that's what we're going to fall in love with, then I'm on board. But I haven't seen anything yet, and it's way too early. But everybody's already like, wow. When I heard the behind-the-scenes stuff was going on, I thought that this game was going to show us something that a game hasn't done before. And so far, I haven't seen that except for the environment. The environment looks very good. The world looks very much alive. That I love. That I dig. Like, I'm all in on Cyberpunk, but I just think that my only issue is the voice acting's got to get a lot better. Hopefully that's not what we heard wasn't the say-all, end-all.
You hope it was maybe just like the whoever they had there around. Hey, we need you to record some lines.
Yeah, it just kind of seemed like
they also state in the beginning of the video that it's not the final product, that it could change throughout the game. So they also
and that's right, Glitch. No, you're right, Glitch. And like I said, I just want to say, like, I before everybody just goes nuts. Like
Mooch is a hater. Mooch.
Everybody's going crazy. Like everybody, Xbox guys, PlayStation, everybody's lost their mind. Like, that's it. I'm burning all my other discs once this comes out. It's like, calm down. Like to me, I thought the world looked great. I'm all in, but I just like the voice acting needs to step it up. You can't have a game that's that beautiful, have a story that's that in depth, and then be like, I guess I'm going to go sit with this guy in the limousine.
What is he?
Where are we stopping at? I've already got this in my pocket.
Let me
What
show
the
you
hell?
something.
Let me show you something. I don't really
Nobody here
understand.
knows who
Like,
Fire Marshal Bill is.
they
but
don't.
yeah,
They don't.
yeah.
No.
I
YouTube
do.
should have a channel called Retro.
Living Color.
Right?
I remember.
Yes, Foxy.
Classic.
Yeah, shout out to Spider-Man 356 in the chat. Spider-Man's great. He don't knock it till you try it. That's true, Spider-Man.
That is true.
And I think that listen, I'm day one with Cyberpunk.
Me too.
I love it. I really do. I love the game. I do. And I love CD Projekt Red. And they are doing, I kind of think what they're doing is they're taking The Witcher and then they're taking the writing and the aspects and the choices of what, like, what game was that? Mass Effect, the original 1 and 2, that writing. And they're putting it together with this futuristic feel. But really, it feels like The Running Man, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. If you guys haven't seen it, please check it out. Right, which is what that movie with
I'm coming for you, Kane.
hunting the yeah, right. The Hunger Games is based off of basically The Running Man. Running Man, Total Recall with GTA. That's kind of what we're looking at. It's that environment with the GTA kind of like, go do this task. Now go do this task. Are you done with that task? Do this task. Have you done a task yet? Try this task. You're like, okay. So if you're going to send me on a million fetch quests, that's fine. The voice is intriguing. And that's what I'm hoping for. You know, and that's why Borderlands, okay, could have completely fallen flat on its face. But the reason Borderlands is so, iconic is the acting, the voice acting, the writing. It's done so well. It's just that's my only 2 cents on it. I thought the game looked great, but it needs. Hopefully they're going to tweak a few things.
Yeah. Well, Salty, what did you think? Are you all in on this game?
Oh yeah, dude. When I watched this, I instantly, all my diseases that I potentially would ever get in my life were cured.
Holy shit.
All that shit, man. But anyway, yeah, this is looking amazing. CD Projekt Red. I don't know, they're up there when it comes to developers, and the stuff that I was seeing kind of reminded me of Altered Carbon on Netflix. If you guys have seen that, if you haven't, make sure you check it out because it's amazing. It's up there for Netflix. But I like that kind of environment, you know, like the future type feel, you know, androids and stuff like that. They talked about no loading screens. That's cool. I think that's potential for just immersion in the world. If you don't have a loading screen, you don't get, you know, I'm tired of these games where I'm like playing and then it's like loading screen. It's like it rips you out of the immersion. So that's cool. I don't know. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging the first person aspect. I'm digging the possibilities that you can sleep with, you know, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So it's cool.
You know, Salty, let me ask you a question, Salt. You said something right there where you dig the first. I usually dig first person too. But the one thing that they said was the customization is such a big deal in this game and blah, blah, blah. And it's like customization when you're in first person doesn't do you a whole lot of good.
It's true. Yeah.
You know, so I think it's almost a missed opportunity.
So potentially maybe they could, I don't know, add a third person in there, an option. Because, customization with the first person is an issue for sure.
They did say that they're aware that people really want a third person option in there. I wonder if that's something
they can add it.
They could. It would probably take more dev time, but I'm sure they could.
Destiny's first person, and they're all about customization there too. So that's the emotes solve that problem and stuff. So
well, also there's locations like the tower where you go third person. Yeah. So the game is unique in that
when you dance around, right?
Yes.
Oh wait,
that's Fortnite.
Well, they still are both games where you dance around like a jackass.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, am I the only one here?
Good thing Crap's not a game developer. You guys would be playing Modern Warfare 2/100 right now.
Everybody would love me, though. Everybody
boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground.
Boots
on the ground. Exactly.
Boots.
Guns that have names to them. Not the Yo Mama 379. You know, you actually have real guns. MP5, M16. Not
Crapgamer presents Boots on the Ground again.
Spoon sniper rifle 229. Yeah, like totally
look at mirror. Look at mirror films. That's really hysterical. He goes, Mooch. They'll have a lot of mirrors in the game. That's awesome.
No, all the cinematic videos. All the cinematic videos are going to be your character walking around and stuff. So that's nice. So you don't have to worry about that. And I like first person more so sometimes in certain games.
I mean,
anyway.
it's
I
a
prefer
shooter,
first person
right?
too.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's funny
I do
for me
too.
to say that because I love Gears, but I like first person more.
I do too.
Exactly. Glitcher, what do you think about this game? Are you excited? Are you all in, Glitcher?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Blade Runner and Deus Ex had a fucked up flipper, baby. I'm beyond excited about it because I'm all about the human augmentation that goes on in this game.
I hope it's better than Deus Ex because that game sucks.
Well, Human Revolution was good. Mankind Divided, yeah, did kind of bite the ass on that one, but
Anytime you got to do like hack the consoles and do some kind of mini game, I'm out at that point.
yeah, I mean, I got you on that, but it's just like I dig that whole entire like science fiction like augmentation of the human body and everything.
That
It's
is
like,
cool, but somehow they ruined it on that game particularly.
Yeah, well, yes, Mankind Divided. I will say that. I mean, I do want to play it again now because like this game just gives me that vibe, and it's like I just want to dive into that. But it's like Cyberpunk 2077. I am like 100%. I will almost take it over God of War 4. Spider-Man and everything. I want that game right now because
despite
that's
the fact that it has no throwable axe. You're saying
those are the type of games I'm into. Is like human augmentation and everything like that. Those are my games that speak my language. So yes, that game is me right there. I want it now.
So you're saying that despite the fact that there's possible reflections for your characters and stuff, and there's probably not going to be a downgrade, that you would pick this over Spider-Man.
Yes.
I mean, okay,
yes.
Very, very interesting. No throwable axe, but you'd still pick it over God of War.
I would take it over the throwable axe, man. If they take it away, I got you.
Well, I think every game needs a throwable axe, and then all of a sudden it becomes like this masterpiece. But
right.
I wanted to talk about All Access, Xbox All Access, because it's real.
It's official.
It's official. Woo, Megaton! But it's like only an Xbox store. And you need to pass.
That's a miss.
Where they at? Where are they at though?
Well, there's one in Orlando.
Yeah, I have to drive like 45, almost an hour away to find.
Me too.
In New York, you got to drive there's New York City and there's I think Cuse. I think Syracuse has one.
But it's like also.
Yeah, I think I went to the one in Manhattan.
Instead of just being okay, well, you can come in and do that. It's like you got to pass their credit check and do all this kind of stuff. It kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion, for the person that maybe this was aimed at, right? Like anybody that could have done this could probably already have a credit card. You know what I mean? Just I don't know. I think it's okay. It's good to test the waters, but I feel like there's some misses there. One being that it's just the Xbox or Microsoft Store, and the second that you got to like pass their credit check or whatever. So a little bit disappointing there, but like Mooch, what do you think overall about this?
I mean, I think you nailed it right there, Crap.
Hell yeah, I did. You heard it right there. Crap's right.
He did.
Close it up.
Crap is right.
Rack 'em up.
And I don't even need a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Right. I think you nailed it. I really do. I think it is for select customer. Yes, it's only the Microsoft Store, but Crap, you could probably apply online.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could probably do it right over your own computer at home and get it sent to you. It's a viable option for a lot of folks. I don't think anybody that's reaching these airwaves that are listening to our shows are many of those consumers. There's some of you listening that go, I'm doing it. That's fine. But you're in the minority of the hardcore listening to these podcasts. You know, like somebody actually, I think it was Dreyer Smith, who's really funny. He reached out to Xbox and said, "This is great. This is a really good program."
Right.
And Xbox wrote him back, and they were like, "That's good. That's great." They're like, "Well, we'll sign you right up then." He's like, "No, I already have an X, but I think it's good for other people." And he's like, "Well," and they were like, "That's right. It's an option for everybody." So my point being is like, we've already got the X or the S. I don't think there's anybody here that's listening to this show that either has an S, has an X, or doesn't want an Xbox, regardless of price. So it is what it is. But I do think there's a customer out there for it. I think it's great. It's a great option. But the fact that it's not available at Best Buy, Walmart, Target, GameStop, it limits its knowledge to the public. You know?
I agree.
That's the fact.
I can see that if this is successful enough, that it will go to those places.
Yeah.
If people like it enough, if they get enough feedback for it.
That makes
it
sense.
would
And
expand
it should
later
go to Europe.
on.
It should go to Europe and Asia immediately.
Yeah, I think you could just tell by the way that they're putting this out there that it's just a test, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to test the way people react to it, how many people do, they'll keep the numbers, analytics, and stuff like that. If it's successful, they'll push it out to more stores and eventually overseas. It's just kind of a beginning, and I think it's going to be really successful. I think there's going to be a lot of families out there during holiday times that don't want to drop necessarily $800 all at once. There's no interest rate for 24 months. I mean, I have a family, I have a daughter, and finances are finances, like if a kid wants an Xbox One X and you don't have to drop the money there, you could pay over time. I mean, it's a no-brainer for some people. It's not for everybody, but I just think that in this day and age where you're financing pretty much everything, you're financing your car, your house,
it's funny. Salt, you actually just kind of, you said one thing, but like, you're right. You yourself and a lot of people that are listening to our shows and pay attention to what we read, they're all going to fall in that category. You said, and I think everything you said was 100%. The problem is Jane Doe, who happens to be a mom, and her kid wants an Xbox that doesn't know who Salty, Mooch, Crap.
They all know who I am. Get with the program. Come on.
You're Crap Gamer, not Johnny Podcast.
Listen, sorry.
So, sorry, Johnny. Yeah, that's on Fridays.
Johnny Podcast. That's right. Friday nights exclusively on Crossfire.
That's correct. That is correct. That is great. We're all excited for that. You like that, Crap?
It's like thank you for saving that exclusive for Crossfire.
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, it brings a different dynamic. You got to admit, man, it's hilarious.
But it does, and I like it. Jane Doe, who's got kids that doesn't know anything, but their son wants an Xbox, doesn't know who Major Nelson is. She's going to go to Target, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, places that are game places are sold. She's not going to know anything about it because they're not advertising it there. It's a big miss. And that's the problem. Because you need those folks. You need the mass public.
August, this is the initial rollout.
Where are they advertising? They're never on TV, Salt. They don't do anything. Microsoft doesn't advertise this entire generation unless it's Twitter. And the only thing on Twitter is us.
Hold on. They advertise on their own dashboard. They got you there, Mooch. What about that?
Yeah, so if you have an Xbox, you know where to go. Right, that's true. I
mean, it's the end of the generation, you know what I'm saying? Like the last couple of years. Obviously, they're just trying to find a different market to they wouldn't be putting it in just Microsoft stores, and I don't know if you can even buy it online. I think you have to go to the store and purchase it and pick it up, So I don't know.
That's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. I mean,
everybody buys everything online nowadays.
Yeah, everything. I mean, if it's Microsoft Store, but you can buy it online, it remedies a lot of what I'm saying.
Don't quote me on it. There's something. There's something with this situation because I don't know. There's some hang up there. I'd have to look into it because someone's probably cutting the audio right now. Oh, exposed. He said this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Right. No, that's what I would say. I don't know either. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, though. Let's say you can order it online. I still think it's a hard sell because Jane Doe, who's got 3 kids and they don't have any Xboxes in the house or PlayStations, they're looking to get their first one. They don't know about this.
Yeah, they need to advertise it, like you said, when you have all the sports or The Walking Dead or
we don't know if they're
going
to advertise it or not once they get this out.
They should.
The holidays are how many months away, right? The big holiday season and the push there, they have months to test.
They do a big push
if they wanted to. So
that's true, and I won't even argue there. They do Microsoft's huge push during the NFL games and during Walking Dead. So let's see what they do. They might do it, and that's all they have to do. That's all they have to do. But listen, the one thing Microsoft has done awful. Okay, and yes, Phil buying like all these companies. The one thing they haven't done, they haven't bought a PR guy yet. So
Mooch
for right now,
looking for the job.
They could use Mooch.
Hey,
let's
no
just be
doubt,
really
man.
honest.
Hire Mooch and Crap. High production value and everything, man. It'd be great.
They love numbers. If they don't go up by at least 5%, they can let me go. But I guarantee I can do that with like 8 commercials.
Man, anyway, versus AC, one goes, one stays, right? I mean, who do you think was going to win that battle?
Did you see AC's tweet today? Talk about cringeworthy.
I mean,
holy crap! I would have put that in the archives.
Hey, he's a special guy.
He's something. God bless. Somebody give AC something to do. For God's sake.
What are you talking about, man? He's nailing it, dude.
Did you guys see it? Salty, did Foxy, Salty Glitch? Did you guys see what AC put out today? It was their rendition of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's theme song they all sang before they went. It was like they were doing, I don't know if it was a mic check or what they were doing.
Hot mics.
You guys see this?
Hot mics.
I think I skipped over that tweet.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
see that one.
Lucky you.
They're like, oh, we missed out. Well, me and Mooch didn't apparently though.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
You guys have notifications on for AC, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know who that is.
AC Bongo.
I follow the cardboard on Twitter. Sorry.
Yeah, AC, in case you don't know, Fox, he was the guy that showed the Xbox socks off at the Inside Xbox show.
Damn, that's messed up.
And I love AC, but I don't like how they're treating AC. Guys, give AC something to do. And somebody tell Jeff Rubenstein to unbutton that top button. He's literally right.
He's smart
looks
and
like-
he can do things.
He's
so-
He looks like today's.
I'm
He's the
AC.
Jeff Rubenstein is
not like
today's
people
version
say.
of He's Mr. Rogers. The only thing that Jeff Rubenstein should do on Inside Xbox is take off his shoes and go, "Won't you be my neighbor?" That's the only thing he can
Yeah.
Let me.
do. It's that bad.
He
Let
needs
me
to be
have the
behind the
white
camera.
gloves, Major. Let me have the white gloves, Major.
Why the heck is Jeff Rubenstein a host of that show?
I
you know
don't
what,
know,
He used
but
to
he
be
needs
the
to stop.
He used to be the PlayStation person, PR person years ago.
That's already that's like 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's like 2 in
I-
1 strike.
Hell,
What the hell?
I don't know,
Oh,
man.
God. For all you guys out there that are enjoying Inside Xbox, God bless you guys. God bless
Yeah.
every one of you.
Every one of us.
Every one of you. Yes,
hey,
go ahead, Crap.
Halo Master Chief Collection surprised us
Yes.
with the 4K patch earlier than expected, 73 gigs. Mooch goes, did you play it yet? I was like, bro, I won't even be playing this till tomorrow because it's 73 gigs. You know, like
That was-
Oh, crap,
He
he's still
goes-
downloading.
Not
Oh,
yet.
shit.
no, I did finally get a chance to play it. Holy crap. Halo 2 specifically looks amazing. Halo 4 looks absolutely incredible. The HDR, they really outdid themselves with this.
They was like, fuck your eyeballs.
Yes.
Dude, they
Exactly.
snapped off with this
Exactly.
update, dude. It looked Halo 4 looked insane. Like 2 looked awesome, but I was like, all right, let's see what Halo 4 looks. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, they snapped off with it.
It looks amazing. Like Mooch, I know you're not one for old games, but I know damn well you want to go through those campaigns again, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this is a real treat, a real gift to all the Xbox fans. To say you have this, most powerful console and then give us the 4K 60 that we deserve on Halo. The only downer in this is that it's it's out now and there's just so much shit coming out.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would have loved to have seen this thing drop in July to run through it over the summer. It would have got
Yep.
tons of pictures and exposure.
Agreed.
Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Another
Well,
missed
I am seeing a lot
opportunity
of
for
4K
Microsoft.
screenshots and
Yahtzee.
stuff. I am seeing a lot of screenshots of it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
that'll
I
end
think
in 3 days, but yeah.
I mean, it might,
Yeah.
but I do think. Well, it's going to be in Game Pass, which could help the player base. A
Yeah,
little bit.
speaking of
It
Game
will.
Pass, I have Game Pass and I sold the Master Chief Collection. I was like, oh shit, it came out early. No, not for Game Pass people.
No,
gotta wait.
you gotta wait.
Salty. Salty. That's
putting
great.
the soul on himself right there. He's like, damn.
Can I just say that this is a game that I have digitally?
Yes.
It's rare.
Okay.
It's a rare moment.
Wow.
You know,
But-
you know,
but it's Halo.
I'm shocked you're not.
yeah.
I'm shocked you didn't just eject yourself right out of the podcast.
Hey, Mooch, I'm shocked that you're playing old games. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
With
oh.
Halo, With Halo
2
is an
years
exception.
or a decade. Yes.
Hey,
with
you know,
Halo
what
is
it
an
is.
exception. It's something that I think the reason why they did it when they did it, and they didn't do it when, like Mooch said, in July, which would have been better, because they're
Yes.
going by the name. So no matter what, Halo is something you could always go back to. It's what
Yeah.
is Xbox in a way. So I know so many people that can't wait to go back and play those games, especially too, because it looks amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, shout out to Idle Sloth for retweeting that really cringeworthy thing that we were talking about a little bit ago. Big supporter of the
Terrible.
shows and stuff like that.
Don't watch
but,
it.
Yeah, it's do yourself a favor, watch Moochie Crap instead. You'll thank us later. Glitcher, what do you think about this, man? Have you booted up the 4K-ness, or are you? I see you're on mute. So yeah, there you go.
Oh no, yeah, no, I've already booted it up. Yeah, no, sorry, my child was threatening my life, and it's like, okay, that's cool. No, I've been playing it, dude. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, like the instant I got the update, I was like, well, first off, when I saw it, I was like 73 gigs. Holy damn.
Yeah.
And then after it got done, like a day later, I started jamming. I'm like, oh my god, this this is how Halo should be played. But and then I like Halo 1, and I don't remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Crap, but I don't remember if Halo 2 had the option to switch back and forth.
It does, yeah, because it was because that was the anniversary. They put that one out specifically. Yeah, so you can, like, when I was that's the one that I jumped back in and was playing it, and damn your gift, Mooch, damn you.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, you can see it, especially now with the update versus what it used to look like. You're just like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
But then like I was like, okay, I want to see what 4 looks like, because 4 looked pretty good back in the 360 era. So I was like, all right, I want to see what 4 looks like. And then when you're watching it, you're like, Jesus Christ, dude.
The 60 frames really comes out on that.
Oh my god, dude, they snapped off on it, dude. Yeah.
That was probably the best looking game on the 360, right? I mean, I think so.
dude, when that was such a game. Like, I remember Microsoft getting a little bit of crap because, you know, they were selling those Xbox 360s where you without the hard drives, and you couldn't play Halo 4 or something like that without a hard drive. So it was like one of those weird situations where
360 arcade or something.
Yeah, the arcade or whatever. Yeah, so it was a kind of a weird situation or whatever. But we're gonna end in 1 second. I just also wanted to mention that Batman Arkham Collection got a 4K Xbox One X update. Mooch, you can't wait to drive back in that, huh? Batman Arkham, baby.
Well,
let's go.
Here's the thing. I actually was looking forward to seeing the fact that they had Arkham Knight. But it's not. It's Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Yeah, it's the Arkham Collection. A surprise, right?
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
Mooch
I actually, you know,
he's disappointed.
I just want to say, literally, I really think that dealer's done a great job of selling Arkham Knight.
Yeah, he's the biggest Arkham fan I know.
Yeah. I actually want to go back to that. I said that if it ever goes on sale and any Mooch Maniacs really want to dig it and want to throw me a 25-digit code. But realistically, okay, I would like that game to come back enhanced. I'm not going to – I played City. I beat City. I'm not – and Asylum's great. I played a little bit of it. I beat City. I played to death. I loved it. I loved it. But I'm not going to play that again. So realistically, it comes down to Arkham Knight. So as much as I'm grateful,
as good as City.
It's not. It's definitely not. It's definitely not. But I beat City. I'm not going back to City. That's not happening. So I would like to play Arkham Knight.
It's funny because I beat them all multiple times, right? So I beat Arkham Asylum twice on 360 because they came out with the Game of the Year edition with separate achievements. So I beat it twice on 360. I beat it once on PS3. Right. I beat the remastered of it on Xbox One, and I also beat City, which I might go and do the DLC on it now. I think one of them might offer a 60 frames per second option. So, you know, I think that's pretty cool of them to kind of do that or whatever. And, you know, probably about time. Yeah. You know, anybody else got any thoughts on this real quick?
I mean, it's cool that they gave the 4K, but I mean, I played Arkham Knight and Arkham City earlier, and I didn't really see a whole hell of a lot difference. I didn't see an HDR feature, unless I'm just blind.
Glitcher underwhelmed. Next, what do you think?
Glitcher's like, nope.
What are we talking about again? No, I'm just kidding.
Batman.
I love Batman, but I'm over those games already. So.
Gotcha. Awesome. Foxy, anything interesting to say about this?
Batman's cool. I'm glad it has an update, but I'm looking forward to that Spidey.
Gotcha. Downgraded Spider-Man for Foxy. That's what she's looking forward to. No reflection.
Great.
Vampire Spider-Man. Gotcha. It's going to be great. Let's go ahead and get to some outros. Mooch, what do we got going on? We got M&C.
M&C evenings on Crap's channel.
It's going to be a fantastic show. Like, I'm looking for.
Great.
I better see at least 10 of you there.
Guys, everybody that's here right now, there's 396 watching. You guys also subscribe to Crap. Tomorrow, M&C evenings, you got 3 chances to call in for Guess That Metacritic.
You can win Spider-Man for free.
It's the greatest game of the second half of this year, I guess. You got to be careful. God of War was here. God of War is out, so be careful, folks. But then we got Crossfire, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, my channel, the Mooch78. Go, subscribe. I am building a rig so that I can make videos. It's happening in the next 4 weeks. You will see. I'm going to document it as I go and make a video. Yes, Mooch is going to have not daily content, so everybody calm the hell down.
Okay.
Calm the hell down.
Hand model, though. Look forward
everybody
to that.
Calm down. No, they won't. No. Actually, I'm paying a friend of mine to just show it off. I'm not doing that shit.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hold on.
Can you hand model your Modern Warfare 2 for us?
I want to
see a thumb picture.
I have it. Maybe I'll send it to you guys. I do have a thumb. Listen, so anyways, that being said, guys, check it out. hit the subscribe button. Don't be afraid. Hit the bell, whatever Crap always says, and hit the like button when you stop by. But we'll see you guys this weekend.
All that kind of stuff. Let's get to 300 likes right now, guys. Salty, what do you got going on? I know you got your podcast tomorrow night, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we got a huge announcement tomorrow. I don't want to build it up too much, but I haven't even told the podcast members, so that's going to be dropping tomorrow. They've been begging me to let them know, but I'm not. Going to be tomorrow, Saltiest Podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern, immediately following MNC. So stay tuned for that. I got some content dropping tomorrow, maybe. Yeah, that's about it. Follow me on Twitter, Saltiest Gaming, the Eyes of One. Thanks.
Oh, the Eyes of One. Remember that, folks. Let's see. Foxy, what do you got going on? I know you're dropping all kinds of video. You did a Life is Strange one that was pretty damn good.
Hell yeah.
You got a lot of stuff going on. So why don't you shout yourself out and let people know where they can find you?
Yeah, obviously, same name. Check out my channel. I'm making videos, actually working on 2. So hopefully I can drop them very soon. And yeah, if you guys want to know my thoughts on Life is Strange 2 or my thoughts on Gamescom, I made those 2 videos on my Surface Go. So that's where I'm editing all my stuff now. So check them out. Leave me some comments. I appreciate it. Also, follow me on Twitter. I share Foxy deals and stuff like that. And there's a lot of good deals on Xbox going on right now. I'll mention a few. Why not? For nostalgia, Foxy deals. You can get Forza Hot Wheels for like $5.
Hell of a deal.
Yeah, and then you can get Arrow for like, oh damn, what was it? Like $6 or something?
You love that game too.
That's an amazing game, and all the DLC for it's on sale as well. So yeah, check out Arrow. It's on sale. I might have the price wrong, but yeah, this was just random on the spot. Like yeah, I love doing those deals. People always like say thanks and stuff like that whenever I share hard drives or codes for memberships and stuff like that. So yeah, just follow me on there, and then I'll be on here next week.
Awesome, thanks, Foxy, and the guy breathing heavy into the mic. That's Glitcher. What do you got going on, buddy?
Sorry, I get a little rambunctious and
He's like,
excited.
Like, oh, deals.
He's like, deals talk. Tell me the Foxy deals.
No, hey, thanks for having me on tonight, guys.
No problem, man.
It was like a spur of the moment thing, but yeah.
Hey, no, thanks for noticing that I was shorthanded. He's like, hey, man, you need somebody else, and I was like, sure, man, why not?
Hey, yeah, no, I mean, I got a crazy ass work schedule and stuff, so I'm trying to put some stuff together. But hey, you guys check me out on Monday nights with the Game Dosage podcast with Noof Nukem and all the other good people, and then I'm trying to put some videos together and all that good shit. But other than that, that's all I got. Hey, thanks again for having me on tonight.
Hey, no problem, man. Go ahead and check out all these people. Subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that bell. We'll catch you next time. Rack 'em up later.
Modern Warfare 2.